Wait, I started already? What the fuck? Hold on, this damn thing started? Wait a minute. Damn it! I wasn't trying to start it! I'm still getting shit together! I'm still getting shit together. Who still started this damn thing? Oh my god. Well, the show must go on then. Fuck it. The show must go on. The show must go on. Can you hear me? I got on headphones. I got on a headset. I'm trying to see how this damn thing works. You can hear me? Okay. Uh, uh. Shout out. Who's that? Damn it, Janet. Damn it, Janet. Damn it, Janet. You ever saw me do stand-up comedy? Hold on. Just for damn it, Janet, right quick. Just for damn it, Janet, right? I'm gonna start putting clips of my free. I ain't gonna put my real. I can't put my real comedy on here, but I can put some freestyle. I can put some freestyle clips on here. Listen to this, Janet. Damn it, you think I'm funny? Watch this. Let me see. Let me see. Do a little stand up before we start this show. Before we start this show. While the people get up in here, we're gonna. While the people get up in here, I know it's late night. I couldn't even program. I couldn't even give you a warning. If you want to see the rest of that, if you want to see the rest of that, go on my other channel, Black Rosebud. But I have a very good show for you today. I have a very good show today. It's about your money, right? If you concerned about your money, this is the right place for you tonight. I know this. I done this late, right? But it's 11:30 on my side of town, so it's still early for me. So when you wake up in the morning, if you ain't saw this video live, when you wake up in the morning, you got a treat. Or you wake up tomorrow afternoon when you get off of work or something like that, you got a treat because this is about your money, huh? This is about your money. First of all, we finna get into I want to get into a little reverend preacher. Now this preacher right here is crazy, right? Now he's saying he need the money. He need the money for a watch. He need the money. Now this is what I say about black churches, right? Some black churches use the preachers use the church for money, right? Before we get into money, right? We waiting for some more people to get in. Enjoy this funny ass clip. Roll it. I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit.
You hear what he said? He said, look, I ain't worth your McDonald's money. Don't donate to McDonald's, donate to me. I ain't worth your Burger King. I ain't worth your weed money. I ain't worth your beer money. Don't donate to that, but donate to me.
Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. You can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can.
You know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here.
Whoa! He said you can't afford it because you don't see the value here. He said pay the preacher. Pay the preacher.
Y'all hear from y'all pastor and father, I'm over y'all. I'm over your cheap expressions.
Woo! Now we finna get into the deep shit. Right? Now, I'm finna hit y'all up with a trivia quiz. A few people. Oh, I got a donation. Who was that? The God Pill. Love your work. You should do a clip with about my lawsuit against Wall Street. Oh shit! Retail investors have claimed damages against a stock that can put the elite on their knees. Well, look, Miss the God Pill, we finna talk about the elite tonight, right? We finna talk about the elite tonight because this is about your money, right? Do anybody know? I want to talk to the God Pill. Do you know what's more sinister than an 87,000 IRS agents they try to send after you? Do you know what's more sinister than that? Right? It's something that Joe Biden, it's called Biden Bucks. He got something way more sinister than the IRS plan for us. It's coming probably in the next 2 years. It's being predicted. A lot of people ain't covering this. A lot of people don't know about this, but it is coming. And it's coming faster than you think. And you think the 87,000 IRS agents or something, you think the billions of dollars going to that something, they're not going to be shit compared to what's happening right now. Right? Compared to what Biden got planned in the secret, that ain't going to be shit. Right? Now let's get into it, right? Let's roll this, right? So we can get into this video.
November. But what we know is that we will end up with many more unemployed.
Many more unemployed. You hear that? We're going to end up with the New World Order. We're going to end up with many more unemployed because guess what? We're going to be ran by machines and robots and all kind of digital shit, right? So it's going to be a lot more people not employed because you ain't going to be able to have them jobs no more. They already got Mr. Flippy Burger at the hamburger stands flipping burgers, so ain't no room for burger flippers.
Particularly also people in the gray economy, which are not counted for, lose their jobs. So we will see.
They will lose jobs. Do you hear it? This is all in the Green New Deal. You will lose jobs.
Definitively a lot of anger already now, but
He predicting there's going to be a lot of anger. What's happening right now? A lot of anger, a lot of division.
Probably increase by the end of the year.
And on Vladimir Putin is growing new sanctions on its central bank. Just today, Russians now lining up at banks only to find ATMs out of cash.
Central banks, right? Remember, the central banks is the bloodline to a country's economy, right? The central bank crashed, the whole economy crashed, right? Remember when Joe Biden set them sanctions, like, we're going to go after the central bank of Vladimir Putin. We ain't going to be able to, he ain't going to be able to trade or do nothing. So Vladimir Putin tried to come up with his own currency, right? Because he didn't want to get into the world banking system. So he came up with his own system, right? But remember the central bank.
International flights now grounded. Some Russians telling Western journalists they don't support this war from Putin, some in tears.
Because this crisis will be with us until we really have found a remedy. So we have to prepare for a more angry world.
You got to prepare for a more angry world, right? Don't you see how the Democrats is instigating shit, right? Forcing people to be angry, right? They calling you all. I mean, I was supposed to do that video today. With all the liberal reporters calling all the Republicans racist and stupid and all of those shit. I got plenty of video on that. That's going to be tomorrow. It was supposed to be tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to get my sound fixed, but I don't know what the fuck wrong with my sound. But anyway, right? But you see how he's saying, you sons of bitches going to be mad. You're going to own nothing and you're going to love it. Own nothing and love it.
means to take the necessary action to create a fairer world.
Long Dan just paid with
The God Pill, I hear you. Agenda 2030 is feeling a lot more like Agenda 2023. We must fight back. I'm leading the movement. 2 million in damages claimed from 30 people, and we have raised 15,000 for our lawyer. Right? Lawsuit begin in 2 weeks. Ooh, oh, James Touche. What's up, James Touche? Joe Biden and Hunter Biden put their money in China. Hey, I'm glad you said something about China, right? Because we are right in the middle of China right now. We finna talk about China right now, James Touche. Right? On their banking system and how it's coming over here. Our banking system fit the model China banking system. I'm glad you said that, James. You must have saw the video already.
paid with a new type of money at this pharmacy. That's because China's paper cash is going digital.
Huh? China paper cash is going digital. Pay attention to that. China paper cash is going digital. They're trying to be paperless in China. What do you think they're trying to do over here? Paperless.
To see that we provide everybody with decent access to the health system.
What Joe Biden preaching? Healthcare, dental, all this old shit. Healthcare, proper access to the healthcare, because all you're gonna need in the future is healthcare and food. Own nothing and be happy.
That we make sure that those people who are really left behind, I don't have too many remedies. The remedies have to be discussed through dialogue by the stakeholders of our global system.
The stakeholders of your global system, right? The stakeholders. Now this dude right here, right? He finna give it up. He finna give up the information, right? Right? The stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Right? The rich, the elite. Them the stakeholders, right? Because they finna eliminate the middle class.
There's an urgent situation unfolding in America, and today I'll unveil all the unnerving details. So let's get started with a critical question. Where were you on March 9th, 2022?
Huh? Where was you on March 9th, 2022, right? Where was you, the God Pill, on March 9th? Where was you, James Touche, on March 29th? Where was you, damn it, Janet, on March 29th? When Joe Biden signed a death bill for America. Where was y'all at?
President Biden signed the death warrant on American freedom. On that day, in a hush ceremony at the White House, without the approval of Congress...
Huh? In a hush ceremony without the approval of Congress. So Joe Biden done it behind your back, Congress back, and everybody else back. But ain't nobody talking about it.
...the states or the American people. Biden signed into law Executive Order 14067.
Google it. Huh? Google Executive Order. This is Executive Order 14067. Google it.
Buried in his order are a few paragraphs titled Section 4. The language in Section 4 makes Order 14067 the most treacherous act by a sitting president in the history of our republic.
Huh? Did you hear that? In the history. Y'all don't even know what it is yet, right? But it's the most treacherous act in the history of presidents ever.
To what extent would a reset be brought about by a change in the White House, the election of Joe Biden, for instance?
Because Section 4 sets the stage for legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens.
Huh? Do you hear that? Excessive surveillance of all American citizens. Joe Biden set in the order, an executive order that set in motion, right, censorship and monitoring of all American citizens. Every last one.
Total control over your bank accounts and purchases, and the ability to silence all dissenting voices for good.
Huh? Do you hear what they saying? All dissenting voices for good. This is put in action already starting March 9, 2022. Where was you at when this shit was put in motion, James Touche? The God Pill? Where was you at? Damn it, Janet.
In this new war on freedom, the Dems aren't coming for your guns. No, they're thinking much bigger than that. They're coming for your money.
They coming for your money. They coming for your money. Bruh, I'm leading the revolution. I was reason AMC Theater squeezing 2021 from $12 to $72, huh? Then Mullen happened. Since February 1st, I have been making videos almost showing people how to use the stocks to break the machine. Hey, y'all need to go ahead and subscribe to his channel. If he's showing you that, If he's showing you all of that, y'all better pay attention. This is game right here. He's giving up right here. The game the God Pill is giving up, huh? Y'all better go to that and Google to that shit and see what they talking about.
I don't know. We shouldn't speculate about the outcome of the election. We will see beginning of November, and then we can, in any case, we can, and the World Economic Forum is very open and as an open platform to integrate everybody who is willing to address those issues in a spirit, which means to exercise here true global citizenship.
Huh? Global citizenship, right? Do you hear that? Global. Everybody. Everybody on the same page. Global citizenship for everybody. They're going to do it with total surveillance. America is on board with China.
And it's already started. Hi, my name is Jim Rickards.
Wait, just in case y'all look, just in case y'all want to know his credentials, he is the man, and he predicting some shit. He knows secret shit. He knows shit the government don't ask. He the motherfucker you ask. You know, he the motherfucker the government asks when they don't know the shit. He the dude. You can see him on NBC, at Fox. You can see him on everything. He is the nigga. So if he say something to God Pill, we gotta listen to him to God Pill, because this nigga is the financial advisor. He wants you to buy his book too, but he give you game on here. He wants you to buy his book, and I'm finna buy it.
Advisor to the Pentagon, the White House, Congress, the CIA, and the Department of Defense.
You heard that? He's the advisor to all of them.
I'm also an attorney, investment banker, and author of 7 books on currencies and international economics.
This nigga is baby Jesus. Look at all the shit he know.
And places like Fox, CNBC, or Bloomberg want to know what's about to shake up the global economy, they call me.
Huh? They call him. They don't call no motherfucking Elon Musk. They don't call no damn Bill Gates. They call this nigga.
Question mark. Second, we know that there's quite some impact on different industries. We know that certainly the health industry, the digital industry.
The health and the digital, right? Look, the health and the digital. Did you get that? James Touche, did you get that, the God Pill? Health and digital. That's all they worried about in the future. Health and digital. Get them programs running up and you control the world.
Will go out of this crisis strengthened.
Most of all, like you, I'm a proud American patriot. The disturbing predictions you're about to see are based on my independent research and my contacts in the intelligence community. I've never made this kind of public announcement before, but it's my duty to pull the alarm. This is what I believe Section 4 of Biden's order means for all Americans.
But we know that many industries which rely particularly on physical interaction.
Huh? Wait, did you hear that? Before I continue that, right? Any industry that rely on physical activity will be damn near extinct.
Will have difficulties to survive.
The U.S. dollar will be made obsolete.
The U.S. dollar will be made obsolete. Fuck around and happen in the next 2 years. The U.S. dollar will be no more. You can cut it out.
Soon your cash will be confiscated or will simply be worthless paper.
Your cash will be confiscated. Money taken out of circulation. And this is the way you control the economy. This is the way you control the nation. Take the money out of circulation, and then you control it.
The cash currency we have now will be replaced with a new programmable digital token.
I think this is an opportunity again to find solutions which are beneficial for the next generations.
A digital token, a new programming, a digital token for the future, right? This is for the future, for your kids, for you. This is for happening in the next 2-3 years. Digital currency.
But the truth is, few outside the deep state recognize Biden's move for what it really is.
Biden move.
My predictions are correct. This is so much more sinister than simply replacing the cash dollar with a new digitized version. Friend, this new currency will allow for total control of all American citizens.
So why not to tie government aid to the green economy which we have to create?
Why not tie aid to the green financial economy we got to create? take the money out of circulation. You attach financial things to a digital coin, and you control the population.
Right? Why not to make sure that we revolutionize, digitalize particularly our educational system?
Digitalize money and education, programming. Everybody get the same education.
Because every digital dollar will be programmed by the government. That means they will be able to turn on or turn off your money at will. Not only that, but they'll be able to track and record every purchase you make.
Huh? Turn your money off, track your purchases, everything you do will be reported by them. Every piece of gum, every piece of bread.
This is very different than online banking and has nothing to do with crypto.
So we are here when we talk about the Great Reset to talk also about innovation. How can we do things differently from what we used to do?
I'll explain everything in a moment. But what you need to know now is AOC has already publicly declared her support for a government-controlled spyware currency.
Did you hear that? AOC, right? And they done it in the hearing. AOC already gave her consent, right, for for the spy tech, for this currency, right, to be spied on. I mean, for be created to get us. I mean, to spy on Americans. It's already in the works. AOC promoting it.
I want to take the time today to explore some of the implications of central bank digital currencies for folks kind of following at home.
Under Biden bucks, we'll lose many of our God-given American.
Today to explore
Did you hear that?
implications of central bank digital currencies for folks kind of following at home.
Well, since 1792, will be replaced by a new currency, the digital dollar. These new electronic currencies are called CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. I call the digital dollar Biden bucks because I want him to take full credit for what I consider to be crimes.
Huh? What he considered to be crimes, right? The Biden bucks going behind, you know what I'm saying, Congress back, signing an executive order for total surveillance on all Americans. Huh? An executive order. Joe Biden's working with China.
Digital yuan is meant to be faster than using credit or debit cards on digital wallets like Apple Pay.
This is not like the money in your online bank account. No, this is new and different. Every digital dollar will be a programmable token like Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but there's a big difference.
Plus, there are other incentives, like zero transaction fees for merchants, and one day it'll even work offline.
Huh? Do you see that? It's gonna work offline. They're making a paperless society in China. It's damn near already done happen. It's coming to America real soon. Control everything, every aspect of your life.
Cryptocurrencies
Hold on. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Testing, testing. The hell? Can I? Let me see what this play.
China sent
That plays, do it. Oh, there we go, right there. There we go. There we go. It's working now, damn it. It's working now. It's working. I'm back on. You know YouTube is messing with me. You know YouTube don't want this type of information out. You know YouTube be shadow banning me and all of those stuff. Huh? Is it back on?
Central Bank has
Wait. Is it back on? Yeah, it's back on. I'm back on. I'm back on. You know YouTube be shadow banning me and all that stuff. YouTube don't like this type of information out. They don't want you to hear about these Biden bucks. They don't want you to hear about this Biden bucks. Huh? They don't want you to hear about these Biden bucks. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. All right, let me rewind it a little bit. Let me rewind it a little bit.
Sorry, I couldn't go back.
What? I ain't talking to you, Siri. The hell is wrong with you?
This would dramatically expand the power and influence of the federal government, essentially acting as a new type of spyware.
The central bank will know who's paying, how much they're paying, when they're paying, where they're paying, and then to analyze the patterns of payment.
Right? So if you donate to Pornhub, right? If you buying prostitutes, if you drinking beer, if you buying marijuana and all of those shit, right? The government gonna know about everything you do, right? If you donating to a certain political party, right? They gonna know what you doing, right? Why you donate to this person, right? So the 87,000 IRS agents ain't gonna be shit. It's not gonna be nothing because they coming after your money with digital currency. So they're gonna be able to control where you at every second of the day. Total government surveillance is coming. Spyware.
With Biden bucks, the government will be able to force you to comply with its agenda.
Huh? Remember all that? You're getting on my nerves because you're not getting this. Remember all that shit he was talking about? You're not getting the Trump juice. You're getting on my nerves. Huh? You're killing Americans. He gonna force you to do it now. Because if you don't, guess what? You don't get no money because they'll be able to cut it off. You're gonna apply with the Biden agenda. You're gonna apply with the Democratic agenda. One way or the other. You're gonna either do it voluntarily, what we tried to get you to do with the free hamburgers and all that shit, right? Or we're going to force you to do it. Because remember, they're still talking about, oh, we may have fucked up on the thing, but we got to recorrect ourselves. They still talking about the commercials coming on and everything. They done cut the funding for it. Now you got to buy the shit. If you want it, ain't no more government funding for it. You got to buy it.
Because if you don't, they could turn off your money.
China's central bank has also said it plans to gradually replace all cash.
Wait a minute, my phone. I got some more donations.
Freezing a bank account will be so much easier because Biden bucks will be digital tokens programmed at the source. They could be turned on or off
at will. They don't like what you say. You want to talk that? We think you talking stuff about the FBI because you don't agree with the raid on Trump, huh? Cut his money off, huh? Oh, you donating to the Trump campaign based on this? Oh, cut his money off. They're gonna be able to do it. Oh, you complaining about our policies? Oh, we consider you a Nazi. We consider you a terrorist. Oh, you a teacher and you a parent and you worried about how we teach your kids? Cut their money off. It's all kind of shit they can cut your money off and so-called have a legal excuse. Oh, you support abortions? Oh, cut their money off. You don't support abortions? Oh, cut their money off. You don't support the gay shit? Cut their money off. Right? Ain't no more hand-to-hand transaction. Ain't no more but person-to-person. They're going to find out some way to do it, but it's all going to be censored. What do you get that person money for? What was the reason why you gave that person money? Huh? We need to see. We need to understand. What was your reason? You're looking at who was that? Ken Bannon added again? That's it. Bannon added again? Good looking at the donation. Good looking at the donation. And another donation, James Touche. I wouldn't even notice if the sound wouldn't have popped up and James Touche wouldn't have told me. Good looking out on the sound, James. But hey, They coming after your money. You ain't gonna be able to do shit. No side business. They want all of that. Whatever tax they want to put on you, they can put on you. They're gonna say, look, man, we're gonna raise business taxes 50%. You gonna pay it, you ain't gonna have no business because guess what? They control it.
Well, with just a keystroke, and they could be reprogrammed at any time.
The country would be the first major economy to introduce a digital currency in the real world.
With Biden's secret surveillance army running the show, the anti-freedom implications are almost limitless. For example, Biden bucks could be programmed to allow only certain kinds of purchases.
Huh? Only certain purchases, right? If you don't buy what we want you to buy, we're gonna cut your money off, right? You only program so you can buy certain things, right? Because you limited on what you can buy. If you was involved in this, we think you how should we say, a threat to society. We're not gonna let you buy liquor. If you're eating too many hamburgers, we're gonna make you eat healthy.
This is what this new world could look like. You want to keep an internal combustion engine car? Your digital dollar suddenly won't pay for gas.
Huh? No more gas. The digital dollar don't pay for gas. How you gonna pay for gas if you got a digital dollar and they say you can't buy no gas? How you gonna go to the gas station? And money is useless. Your credit card is useless. You only got a digital coin from the government. And they say you can't buy gas because you're harming the economy.
Instead, you can be forced to buy an electric vehicle. That's just the tip of the fascist iceberg. They can force you to get...
And while many users...
You know what? They're going to put that up in there. They can force you to get that thing. I'm not going to put that up in there. Huh? Because YouTube is listening. I know YouTube is listening. I got to beat them sometime. But they can force you to get that thing up in you. You don't want to get that thing up in you? Cut their funds off.
The digital yuan is easy to use, China's money revolution could usher in privacy concerns.
They can force you into solar. They can force you to use less water or heat. They can force you to eat fake plant-based meat. They can control where you are allowed to travel. They can stop you purchasing certain items like guns, ammo, or survival supplies. They can control to which candidates you're allowed to donate. And they'll know every single place you spend your money.
Huh? Forever. They know every place you spend your money. Forever. Do you want to live in an economy like that? Right? Why do you think they're trying to get the control of the Senate, right? So they can eliminate the filibuster, so they can implement any fucking law they want to, right? Then they can overturn the Supreme Court, put in all kind of liberal lawyers and shit like that, right? And then any law that they pass, right, will not get overturned by the Supreme Court, and then they rule for fucking ever. They can turn out how the elections ran. They can say, well, majority win, right? Which we know is already more Democrats in the world than there's Republicans, right? We'll never win that, right? This is why it's so important to win the House and the Senate this year, right? Because not we're going to give them total fucking control, and they're going to be able to implement everything they want to do. If they want to do this shit, guess what? They can't. Who's going to stop them? You ain't got the votes, and then people put them in office, and then when all they shit get taken and they get monitored and spied on and surveilled them, like, oh, what the fuck is going on? They didn't know, and they done voted these motherfuckers in. It's too late because they already changed the laws. They already filibustered. They already put in the Supreme Court judges, right? They already put things already in the plan. They already put the IRS agents in effect, right? What the fuck are you gonna do? They hired more IRS agents than they hired criminal police. In LA, the homicide is up, and they canceled the whole and eliminated the whole homicide division, except 10 officers in Los Angeles. 10 homicide officers available for the whole LA area. Huh? Gascon didn't get recalled. Right? Look what it's coming down to. They're going to be able to control every aspect of your life forever. Don't vote the Democrat, don't vote the Republicans in office and see what happens. It got to be some kind of point where somebody got to stand up and say, hey, you Democrats are going too fucking far. But I don't think that people are getting that message. Because majority of the people who vote Democrat want the free shit. They would be glad to get a some shit like your boy Andrew Yang said, a fucking monthly income, not doing nothing, to live rent free, because everything is ran by robots and you don't need no job, but you gotta have to make a living. Your food is free. They're gonna give you the food. They're gonna give you the place to live. They're gonna tell you where to eat, what to eat, where to live, and how to live. Right? Ain't no use of going to school no more because your kids are taught digitally. Everybody get the same lessons. It's coming.
A digital dollar would resemble in certain ways cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum in certain limited respects, but differ in very important ways as well. Now, Dr. Levin, rather than a tradable asset with wildly fluctuating prices that we see in certain crypto markets and limited real life use as a currency,
America would become a surveillance state like China or North Korea. Every single aspect of your life could be controlled because they'll control your money.
And AOC is all for it. AOC is with it. She totally with it. Right? She letting these people know, she's getting information on how they can control your money. And she's saying, right, she's saying how they trying to say it, right, and how they trying to base this thing, they want to be able to give money to the poor. Because the poor are not receiving their fair benefits. The poor people need to be financially more stable. So they're using the poor to try to monitor and surveillance the rich. Huh? They're using the poor. They're using the homeless. They're using the crackheads. They're using the unemployed people, the welfare moms. They're using the unemployed. They're using all them people to say, hey, we got to get these people the money. In order to do that, right, because they don't have any addresses. Most of them don't have no banking account. Most of them don't have no checking account. Most of them don't have no IDs, right? To cash a check or anything like that. The proof who they is, but you get them a digital currency, it's all good. They don't need none of that. Because everyone is given their own individual Bitcoin or crypto coin or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that only you can spend. And guess what? It's a limit on what you can spend, and it's a limit on what you can spend it on. They don't want you to buy no bullets. They don't want you to buy no guns. They don't want you to buy no AR-15. Guess what? You can't buy it. Because your money won't allow it to. I mean, how you going to buy it on the black market? They done cut that shit out.
In fact, I fully expect them to implement a social credit rating system like in China. Say the wrong thing on social media, buy the wrong thing, subscribe to the wrong news channel, give money to the wrong candidate, and your rating drops.
Huh? Your rating drops. Remember, China got a social system, right? It depends on how good you is on where you can work, where your kids can go to school, how you can travel, right? The goods you can buy, right? The money you can have in your shit. Because what they gonna base money on, right? Or they can't base it on your work because you ain't got no job. They got to base it on your social standards. Do you have any problem with gays? Oh, you got a problem with gays? Do you have any problem with transgender? Oh, you got a problem with transgenders? Huh? Do you have a problem getting the Wuhan juice in you? Oh, you got a problem? Oh, you want this party to win? Oh, you a racist? Oh, you complaining about what we teaching your kids? What? Are you white supremacists? We're going to cut your money.
Suddenly your Biden bucks are frozen or disappearing from your account. This is already happening in China.
These private tech firms hold data on transactions, which the government can access. But because the digital yuan is developed by the central bank, there are no third parties, and that data sits with the government.
There, a low social score gets you officially labeled untrustworthy. They can take away your ability to travel, restrict your internet access, deny your family the best schools or jobs.
Say you wanted to go to a rally. Say you wanted to travel and go somewhere. They say you can't. Oh, I want to go to a Trump rally. I want to fly to Florida. You can't. Because we put a limitation on what you can do, on where you can fly, on what days you can fly on. We don't want people gathering on that day, so we're gonna cut that shit short. You can't fly to Florida that day. You can't fly into Minnesota that day. You can't fly into Texas that day. You can't drive either. Everything is run digitally. Why do you think Joe Biden is fighting so hard to get that lithium shit? What you think gonna be the key? What you think gonna be the key to driving force behind these so-called uh, digital chips, digital coins? I mean, it's not gonna be no coin you can plug in, right? It's not gonna be no where you got to put batteries in it. It's gonna be ran the same way. Who was that? School of the World. Good looking at. Oh, you can't hear me again? What the fuck? You can't hear me again? What the fuck? Hello? What you think gonna be the key? Oh, I can. All right. You can't hear the videos you play. They are too low. Okay, can't hear the videos I play. Okay, can't hear the videos. Well, let me turn it up then. Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. Boom. Let me turn it up a little bit. There you go. Good looking out. Good looking out on that School World. I thought on my other video I got to turn it down because the volume got to match. I ain't never done it with these headphones before. Good looking out, right? I just turned all of it up. Good looking out. But it's crazy how they fit to deny you everything, right? You don't need no jobs. Your kids gonna go to these schools, right? Because we're gonna base it on how much trust we have in you. So we want to send the best kids to school, right? We want to send the if you believe in social justice, if you believe in the Green New Deal, if you believe in clean water, if you believe in homosexuality, if you believe in that men can be pregnant, if you believe in all that, you get a higher score. But if you don't believe in that, guess what? You're untrustworthy, right? If you want guns and you want freedom of speech and you want you don't want people to do this and you don't want people to do that and you don't want to sponsor this, guess what? You're untrustworthy. Your social score gonna go down because we can't trust you in this society. China doing it. What do you think the Democrats gonna do if they get control? They already pushing all of this shit. They're already pushing gay marriage. They're already pushing transgenders. They're already pushing men being women. They're already pushing little kids getting sex changes. They're already pushing taking God out of shit. They're already pushing all of this. What you think they're going to do if they get total control of everything? Supreme Court, Congress, the banking system, your money, the IRS. What do you think they're going to do if they get total control of your whole financial life?
They may even take away your pets. I'm not kidding. All this is going on today.
A central bank digital currency would function more like dollars and have more widespread acceptance, presumably, correct?
But that's China, an oppressive communist country. Could this really happen in a democracy? Just ask the truckers in Canada, because that's exactly what happened to them.
Right? Exactly what happened in Canada. We already got a sample of what they can do. Right? We already got a sample of what they can do. Right? On money that's given electronically. You can't donate to certain people no more. You can't donate to certain parties no more. They control everything. We don't want you to donate to that party because guess what? Right? Right now, if they control the money, if they control the economy, right? Do you think people can donate to Donald Trump for his defense? For Donald Trump to run again? They cut that shit off real quick when he's under investigation. He's donating and he's misusing his funds. They're going to make up something to put a freeze on Donald Trump account.
Prime Minister Trudeau was granted special emergency powers during the peaceful trucker protests over his force. He then ordered all banks to freeze the accounts of the protesters.
You know we're gonna put that shit up.
Them in any way.
Central bank has talked about there being controllable anonymity, which really means it's anonymous horizontally, right? The users that are using it don't necessarily know the identity of everyone that they're interacting with. But vertically, it's not anonymous. The central bank is at the top with information on all the users.
The central bank is at the top of this pyramid scheme, right? The rich is under that, right? The elite, right, is under that. Everybody else is at the bottom. You're going to be controlled. You're going to pay your taxes because guess what? They're going to make you.
It wasn't just a threat. That fascist froze the bank accounts of non-violent protesters. He locked up over $6 million in private accounts for protesting a force the truckers believe violated.
I wasn't going to put that in. All that Trump juice shit is not getting in. But they held up $6 million on a protest because they didn't want to get forced to get the thing. Huh? They was protesting their civil rights.
Their sovereign human rights. Think about that. They protested his policies, so he took away their money. Think our current government would love to do that?
Huh? Do you think the Democrats would love to do that? Right? Do you think the Democrats would love to take away your money, right, for a protest? For supporting a political party? For supporting certain people? They can always make up some shit. Do you want them to have that much control over your money? Don't vote the Republicans in, right, and see what happens.
Me too.
The point is that the central ledger in an electronic world will have instant, free, secure transactions. That's why, coming back to this other thing, when I think about digital world like cell phone, we don't say, well, is this for work or is it for home? It's for everything.
Everything. It's for everything, and so is cryptocurrency. So is the digital coin. It's for everything. Purchase, financial, leisure, payments, clothes, whatever, everything. Your bills. Cryptocurrency is for everything. They gonna cut out the digital. They gonna cut out the middleman. They gonna cut out the bank. More power, more money for them.
So it's all the above. And so absolutely having a free, safe, secure, instant transaction platform that every American can use.
Huh? Having a platform that every American can use, from the rich to the poor. Huh? Having a platform. What's that platform? Digital currency. Right? They're trying to blame it on the poor, so they want to be able to tax the rich. Oh, the poor can't get to the money. The poor, they struggling. They doing this, so we're gonna give them a support system. Guess what? They're not gonna be able to buy no drugs. Because they're going to be able to go on certain things. They're not going to be able to buy a pair of socks or anything, liquor or cigarettes. Huh? They're not going to be able to buy the clothes they want. You want to go buy some Jordans? Guess what? It's a limit on what you can buy. Right? Because if you ain't got no education, you don't own no business, and you ain't got one of these jobs that these robots can't take, guess what? You're going to be living jobless, and you're going to have to live off the government, and the government control your every financial move with that little chip.
What we should have had already.
Right. And if we speak about differently, it means also how can we do it to make sure that a majority of people are benefiting from it and not just a minority.
Not just the minority. Hold on, let me see this thing all the way up first. Let me see this thing all the way up. Let me see this thing all the way up. This thing. Oh, shit, that's all the way down. Let me see. That's all the way up. Let me see. Hopefully it sounds better.
China's central bank has promised to protect users' privacy. For now, people can choose whether they want to use the digital currency. But the central bank has said that as the country becomes a cashless society, it expects the digital yuan to become the primary way to make transactions.
Cashless society. Imagine us being a cashless society. Imagine you at a basketball game or football game, and a hot dog man come, right? And you got to give him this chip. You can't just give him a couple of dollars, right? You can't. How you gonna have a mistress or something like that? Like you go and you try to date somebody outside your relationship, and your every dollar is being monitored. If you go buy a motel room, if you go buy a damn beer, if you go to a restaurant, right? Your partner or whoever will be able to track your every move, your every dollar. Because if y'all married, you got a joint account, so y'all own the same damn bit chip or whatever, right? Because y'all accounts is together. It's all kind of shit they got planned for you. Oh, y'all married, so y'all got the same account. Let something be missing out of your account. You can't spend it on. You can't spend it on a motel. You married. What you need a motel for? You can't go to the strip club. You married. Ain't no, you can't make it rain at the strip club. Guess what? Cause you can't throw your digital coin at no female ass. You can't say, hold on, I'm gonna tip you $1 now. I'm gonna tip you $1 now. Huh? Huh? One more dollar. Here go $5 tip. Can't do that no more. What was that? Latin America, Latin A America. Good looking on the donation. You can't do that shit no more. Hey, help Lionel buy better audio. My speaker broke. I think I gotta fix my speaker. There's something wrong with my speaker. That's why I've been on it all day. I gotta fix my speaker for some reason. I don't know what the hell is wrong with it, but I'm gonna figure it out by tomorrow. I bet you that, right? I bet you I'll figure it out by tomorrow.
The Chinese government could force Chinese companies to only accept
Oh.
payment.
Oh, wait. Let me pause this thing. So make sure you hear me. Let me rewind this a little bit. Rewind it. Right. But they come in for your money. If you don't believe me, you can Google the act. It's an executive order. Surveillance. They coming after you. And it's going to happen so fast you ain't going to even know what hit you. This dude predicting that's going to happen by the end or the beginning of next year. Right? It's already in effect.
Expects the digital yuan to become the primary way to make transactions.
Right now, you can go to Whole Foods, right? You can go to Whole Foods, right? And wave your hand into the thing, right? And then every time you go back to Whole Foods or certain other stores, all you got to do is wave your hand. No credit card, no cell phone, no none of that shit. It's already been implemented. Go to Whole Foods. Go to certain restaurants where all you got to do is wave your hand. Huh? It's already happening. Cash, they don't need no cash no more. How many them type of devices are getting put in all kind of stores and restaurants and stuff like that? All you got to do is wave your hand. And all your money is on your fucking hand.
The Chinese government could force Chinese companies to only accept payment in digital yuan, which would then force the foreign companies, their foreign counterparts for trade. It could ensure that they have to use that.
You have to use their money, right? And China. America trying to do the same thing. You're going to have to use the money. Remember they say, we're going to make you buy American? We're going to make you buy American no matter how much it costs. Even if it costs a whole lot of fucking money. We're going to make you buy it.
Banks have authority to control money supply, but their actions to restrict a digital currency would have a more immediate effect, leaving companies holding that currency all the more vulnerable. For example, Fanusi says China's central bank could put an expiration date on the digital money.
Huh? An expiration date on the digital money because they want you to spend their money. We don't want you to hold the money. We don't want you to save no money. What you saving the money for? Spend the money in the economy. Ain't no saving it. Buy shit. Or we gonna take it.
Similar to how lottery winnings have to be spent before a certain date.
Thank you. And just to clarify, it would also be fully regulated under a central authority, right? Yeah.
Under the central authority. Joe Biden in the federal government. Huh? The federal government is going to be regulated by it, right? So you have that like Bitcoin ain't regulated by it, ain't backed by anything. The digital currency backed by the federal government.
I think there's been so much talk about a number of us at this table that these should be 100% backed by reserves held at the Fed. So there's no concern that the stablecoin provider might go bankrupt. Okay, and then there's a panic.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Huh? It won't go bankrupt. It won't be no panic because it's backed by the Federal Reserve. Right? The cryptocurrency, whatever. It's backed by the Federal Reserve. So it ain't going to be no panic because we got their back. We own this shit.
We just have limited time.
It means that the Chinese government could set up a whole lot of things to have your currency maybe valid or invalid based on its own priorities.
Huh? It's coming to America. The same thing happened in China is the same thing AOC is trying to preach and asking these dudes right here, these people right here, is it good to have, or what's the implications, right? And what's the good qualities about this stuff? It's the same thing they doing in China.
Now, economists like Claudia Sahm have and as we've heard throughout the hearing, agree that direct stimulus payments, like the checks that Americans received during the pandemic, can shorten recessions. And although stimulus,
It can shorten recessions because you spend money. They want you to remember on they're giving you an annual salary. So they say, look, if you don't spend it every month, you're gonna lose it. Right? We're giving you $1,000 every month. You have to spend that $1,000 every month, or you're gonna lose it because we're gonna give you $1,000 next month. Your shit gonna be wiped clean. You can't save it. You gotta spend that $1,000 every month. That's how we got a recession. Make people spend the money. Ain't no use of saving it. AOC saying it right now. We gotta spend our way out of recession. So the money gotta get to them. The stimulus. You get an annual stimulus, guess what? You're gonna spend that money.
helped stabilize the economy during the pandemic, delivery was sometimes slow. And even the IRS and the Treasury just announced last week that 2.2 million stimulus payments were made in late July. These were the stimulus payments that people got months ago after the original passing of the American Rescue Plan.
So guess what? If you got the coin like China, people can get their money instantly. They say, look, we finna give you a stimulus check right now. Guess what? They give you a stimulus check in less than a minute. Give them a stimulus check. Give America a stimulus check right now. Bing! $1,000 in everybody's bank account right now. Bing! Here go a bonus in everybody's bank account right now. Bing! Less than a minute. Ain't no waiting in the mail. Ain't no waiting for the bank to clear the shit. Ain't no more banks. You getting it straight from the federal government. Bing! All the middleman is cut out.
Almost like handing over the keys to your business or to your finance department in some ways, because you really can't control what at the end of the day may happen with the funds that you're holding.
The funds you holding. You can't save the money. AOC is promoting this shit. No saving no money in America. Spend for the new Green Deal. This is how we get out of recession. More money spent.
Now, this is not because of some technical, payments getting lost in technology or bureaucracy. It's because the most vulnerable people in our society are hardest to reach. People who don't have consistent mailing addresses, people who are unbanked.
You hear that? No mailing addresses, unbanked. These are the people they worried about. We're going to get the money to these people, so we need a central banking system, you know what I'm saying, that everybody can be involved in. This is the reason why, because we can't get the money to these people. You see how they're using the poor people? The people who vote for them, it's more the people they're saying going to get this money that's going to vote for them than not.
A lot of times because it's too expensive to be banked. People who don't file taxes because they make too little money. And these are real issues.
So they want you to file taxes. Guess what? It don't matter how much too little money you make, right? If they got a fucking a digital coin, it don't matter how much money you're making. Your ass is gonna get taxed.
And so my question is, with the CBDC, it's all about the design. It's not just the idea, it's the execution, design, and implementation.
Programmable currencies will soon replace all the cash currencies on Earth. More than half of countries and almost 90% of central banks are exploring or testing a digital currency right now.
And China isn't alone in this experiment. According to one survey of central banks, 86% of them from the US to Japan are exploring these types of currencies.
86 to 90% of the world. The only people who are probably experiencing it or trying to do it, implement it, is the ones who ain't got no currency at all. 86% of the countries is doing this central bank digital money shit because they're trying to wipe the middleman out. Everything supposed to be owned by the government. Government want to own everything.
This includes Japan, Germany, India, France, the UK, Russia, Australia, Brazil, Canada, and China. In fact, China's new digital currency, the EU yuan, was used for millions of dollars worth of transactions at the Beijing Winter Olympics. The Economist has announced the rise of government-backed digital currencies, warning they will shift power away from individuals to the state.
Right? It will shift powers away from you and will give them to the state. You are no longer in control of your fucking money. Huh? They tell you what supplies you can buy. They tell you how much gas you can get. They tell you what kind of car you can drive. Huh? They tell you how much water you can use. They tell you what kind of energy you can use. Right? They're going to be able to control every aspect of your life. And people don't know what's coming. They voting for this shit.
Even an institution as conservative as the International Monetary Fund admits these new currencies are the future of money.
Calling on federal agencies to review cryptocurrencies and study the potential creation of a U.S. digital dollar.
Huh? U.S. digital dollar. He wanted to go into cryptocurrency first. He couldn't do that, but he already signed the fucking cryptocurrency digital dollar bill. He been signed that. This was after that. We signed the bill. Now we want to go after cryptocurrency, right? Why do you think Bitcoin is going bankrupt, right? Because the U.S. government finna come out with their own shit. And they're going to donate to the U.S. government because guess what? The U.S. government is backed by the federal bank. You think you're going to be able to invest in one of them digital coins? No, only the elite. You got to get what the fuck they give you.
Digital dollar.
It would be probably as simple as opening up an app and you could have some banking services, including loans.
Make no mistake, no matter the outcome of any future elections, this is happening. The storm is closing in. If my research and predictions are correct, soon there will be no more cash.
Huh? And he been right on all kind of shit, right? He have a history. I didn't want to put that in the video, but he's been right on about 6 or 7 things that they said wasn't correct. He's a bit damn near psychic, and he said it's coming. You don't think Joe Biden want to control every aspect of your life? He already said people cheating, people ain't paying their fair share. Lying about he ain't gonna tax people under this amount of money, right? Talking about he gonna go up on we're gonna do the new. It's not really about inflation no more. It's really about the Green New Deal, right? It's not. You ain't gonna see the savings right away. We gotta invest in health care, right? It's all coming. Look how many robots is taking over jobs. People can't get jobs. They hiring robots. They can't get workers. You think them people gonna go back to their job and they're gonna have one? No, we got a robot Flippy here. We don't need you no more.
The dollar we know will be dead and gone, replaced by programmable Biden bucks.
And how, my question is, in that similar vein, what would make a well-designed CDBC system?
You see how she's saying this? What will make a well-designed? She working for them. This is the elite designing these digital dollars for the poor, so they can control them. This is a new enslavement, right? Because you be able, look, if I'm the boss and I got a company, I can control whatever the fuck I want to pay for you. It's already free healthcare. I can make your dollars go up or down, believing on your belief system. If you don't dress like this, you know what I'm saying, you don't get a deduction. If you don't say this to the customers, you don't get a deduction. If you don't believe in this, you can't get hired in here, right? If you don't talk like this, you can't get a job here. They will be able to control every aspect of your life, and you have to submit. New age celebrity, you have to submit, because what else you gonna do? Get your money cut off? How you gonna fight it? Go to the Supreme Court? Who you gonna complain to? Your local public official, right? Who you gonna vote for? Right? A Republican when it ain't no it ain't no electoral college? It's going on popular votes now. What's the last Republican one was Ronald Reagan? Who you gonna cry to? Who you gonna vote for? When they come and take your guns and you try to say, "Hey man, this is not right." Who you gonna talk? Who you gonna cry to? Who you gonna say it's not right to? You have nobody to complain to. You can't complain to the police. You can't complain to your local state fucking judge or local state. I mean, who gonna fight your case? The Democrats say you ain't supposed to have this kind of gun. And we coming to take it. Because it's in the law. Who you going to complain to? Why we say you need this type of gun and you don't need this type of gun, you don't need this many bullets? You can't practice shooting. You can't go to the gun range no more and just do what the fuck you want to do because it's a limitation on bullets. But we want to control who shoot who and make sure the gun don't get in the wrong hands and all those shit. Come on, you can't buy no nothing on the gun, no bullets on the gun because they control what you buy online. No, that purchase seemed a little suspicious, so we're not gonna allow you to make that purchase. Or you purchase too much of this, we can't let you purchase no more. Huh? They control every dollar, every move of your life. Let them get back in office. Let them control office.
That helps overcome some of these existing issues that we have seen with banks and with just the delivery of stimulus checks.
Huh? You hear that? Problems we had with banks. AOC is with eliminating the banks. Right? Having the federal government back a digital dollar. She's promoting this shit.
The Secret Surveillance Army has been working on this for years. The U.S. Federal Reserve has been quietly partnering with scientists at MIT to develop a digital currency to replace the dollar. They call this initiative Project Hamilton.
These are secret documents. Project Hamilton. They coming up with a system. YouTube. This is not my beliefs. This is beliefs. What you call that? A disclaimer. I do not believe in the views and the comments of this person talking. This is his belief. This is educational purpose only. I hope I said it right. Right? But he's saying the digital dollar is going to take over the paper dollar.
Digital currency likely would not replace the physical dollar, but it could cut out the middleman, banks.
If there's enough.
Huh? It is going to replace the physical dollar. Huh? Because where you get the money, if you need to go get some money out the ATM, where you got to go? To the bank. If you need some physical cash, where you got to go? To the bank. Where most ATMs located? At the bank. You got them in 7-Eleven. But you don't need no 7-Eleven to go to 7-Eleven and go to no ATM no more because you got a digital coin. You can just go to the cash register. No transaction fees. Because all backed by the government. They ain't for the tax themselves, is they?
If there's another way that we can buy and sell stuff without putting our money in the bank, where the bank's going to get the money to lend.
Huh? Where you going to borrow from? You can't go to the bank and say, look, hey, I want to borrow some money because I want to start this business. You can't do that. You can't start no business. You can't go to the bank as an entrepreneur and borrow no money from the bank because there ain't no more banks. You got to go to the federal government to get a loan, and they want to know what you need a loan for. How long you going to take it back? Guess what? You can have this loan because guess what? We control the money. So we're going to get our percentage out every single month. We're going to control what you sell out of there, how clean it is, all the regulations we want to put on it. And you got to stick to all of that because we control the money. If you want a loan, you got to get it from us. If you want a loan to buy this, you want a loan to buy that, you got to get it from us. You can't go to the bank no more. The bank can't loan you no money because guess what? They not getting no money. Who giving money to the banks? No one. Because you can't even save the money no more. Everything going on a digital dollar. Huh? The government don't need to hold your money no more. I mean, the bank don't need to hold your money no more. If nobody give their money to the bank, it loses power and they out of business. Put the banks out of business. Who control the money? The federal government. Because implemented years ago that the federal government can, right, which is not a part of the United States, but they can be a money supply to America. They can monitor the money. They can loan America money because when we gave the feds the power, it took the money out of the hands of, took the power out of the hands of the people and gave it to the federal government, which is ran by the bankers. They don't give a fuck if the bank closed or not. They still gonna get their money. Why they enslave the rest of the world?
Then this year, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, the clearinghouse for U.S. stocks, bonds, and other security trades, quietly launched Project Lithium. Project Lithium is testing how a digital dollar will work in the financial markets once the current dollar is dead.
Huh? Ain't no money to buy no houses. Ain't no money to buy no cars, right? Ain't no money to buy anything. They control what you buy. If they say you got to buy a digital car, guess what? You're going to buy a digital car. If you got to work it off, we're going to give you the digital car, and we're going to make sure you pay it off every month. Because you're going to work this many hours. We're not going to give you the money. We're going to give you this coin, and they're going to let you know how much money you got because you worked this many hours, so this is how much money you got on your shit. Right? And we took out for this, we took out for that, so you want extra money, guess what? Get you another job. You can't get no side business because we ain't finna give you no loan for no business. You can't conduct no business. You have to be a union worker.
Project Lithium is partnering with the Digital Dollar Project, a joint effort started in 2020 between Accenture, U.S. regulators, and tech leaders to create the digital dollar.
One of the key pieces of the design is that the lower income households should have no fees whatsoever to engage.
Huh? You hear that? The lower income, everything is based on the lower income, right? That's why they want, right, majority. I mean, that's why they want majority of the people, you know what I'm saying? That's why they got majority of the people to vote Democrat, because majority of the people are these low income people they're talking about. They run the earth. It's way more broke people than it is elite people. Way more. You cater to them, right? You let them know everything's going to be all good. You give them free shit, and they're going to vote for you. You give all these broke people a set income and a digital dollar to make sure they're going to get some money every single month to take care of their bills and their needs and shit like that. Guess what? They're going to vote for you. This is what they want. This is what the liberals want. Right? To control every aspect of your life. They're already talking about, well, a woman ain't got the right to control her body. We're going to need to change that. Right? A kid should be able to have any kind of sex he wants to. We need to change that. If they control the digital currency, right? Call somebody the wrong pronoun. Right? And see what happened to your money. See what they charge somebody. Ask somebody. I mean, you not pronouncing the right pronouns, and you're discriminating against people, right? See how your social score goes, and see what happens to your bank account. Huh? They control everything.
And that some of the technology access questions would be part of the infrastructure that's built. Whether that's a digital card that they're provided or kiosks, some sort of access to their accounts that is free and built and available to them to engage in the transactions on it.
Huh? Do you hear that? But they control every transaction you make. They said we're going to give you a card or a kiosk or whatever the fuck we're going to give you. We're going to give it to you, but we're going to control every aspect of your fucking life. It's coming, y'all.
Educators say Bitcoin and the digital dollar are similar, but different in many ways. Perhaps the biggest difference? Bitcoin is unregulated, and U.S. digital money would be regulated.
But the difference with Bitcoin comes in a limited capped quantity, and here the government could create as much as it wants.
Then on March 29, 2022, just days after Biden's Order 14027 was signed, Representative Stephen F. Lynch introduced H.R. 7231, the Electronic Currency and Secure Hardware Act. This act, co-sponsored by 4 other Democrats, orders the Secretary of the Treasury to develop a digital dollar.
Huh? Orders the Secretary to develop a digital dollar. They voted on this. It's happening in the background. Develop a digital dollar behind America's back. So when we hit them with it and say, guess what? They can do this shit all of the sudden. Remember, it's an executive order. They can confiscate money tomorrow if they wanted to. And you can't do nothing about it. Because if they came out with a digital coin already, well, they ain't got the lithium to do, right? Because that's what another thing why they need to protect with Taiwan to get the lithium, right? For all these damn conductors and stuff, right? But imagine the next year they come out with it. Ain't gonna be no more discussions. They control everything. You are enslaved. This is how you enslave a nation. Huh? They've done it behind your back. Who you gonna complain to on an executive order? We're gonna snatch the money today and give everybody these digital coins. Guess what? It's coming in the mail. Sign up for it. All your money gonna be transferred from the banks to this to that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We got all these IRS agents, right? And so we don't need the banks no more. And they can control your money on how much you spend, how much you didn't spend, how much you owe, right? But since you owe this amount of money in the back, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be limited in the money you're going to be able to get in the future until you catch back up, right? Because we found out you cheated on your taxes and you owe $15,000. So your monthly thing going to be cut in by this percentages, right? Until you catch up on your payments. Then you're going to get a raise. But until then, this is what your shit going to be because you owe these taxes. Huh? This is what the IRS gonna do. They don't need to come to your house. They don't need to do. They don't need to raise shit. All they gotta do is come with these digital coins, right? You get these digital coins, right? And then they go after all of your back taxes and all the fucking money you cheated on, and say, look, well, you owe this amount of money. And since we control the money, we're gonna take it out of your check every month. You can't do nothing about it because it's already taken out before you get it.
And there has been some discussion, even most recently, and we heard in the last few minutes, about two-tier systems. And Dr. Coronado, in your testimony, you say, quote, preserving a two-tier system of private providers would promote competition and continued innovation.
Right? While the Fed oversight will promote the safety and soundness, right? But this is what they're saying. Don't have no two-tier money. This is what AOC is saying. Don't have no two-tier money system. Have this system only. That because it eliminates competition. It eliminates all the other shit. So we need one system, one government, one financial entity. That's it. Get rid of everything else. AOC is preaching this shit, man. Do you hear me?
Fed oversight would promote that safety.
And Bitcoin's value changes often, but a digital dollar could be tied to the actual US dollar, making its value more stable.
I believe we'll see the first rollout of the new digital dollar, Biden bucks, in 2023 or 2024. And it's right on schedule. You see, about every 40 to 50 years, there's a major disruption in U.S. monetary policy.
All done by Democrats. Every last one of them done by Democrats. Think of this. Every monetary policy that they tried to overthrow and tried to take the money from the people has been done by a Democrat. This is not the first time it happened. This is not the second time it happened. This is the third time this will happen by a Democratic president where they try to regulate money and try to cripple the people of America. The third time. You saying a Democrat ain't a enemy of the people? They proved it 3 times. Not just on black people. I'm talking about with all Americans. Right? You don't think they finna do it again? History shows they doing this shit. History repeats itself. Right? And this shit not gonna happen to just no conservatives. This shit gonna happen to all Americans. The only thing is, if you're liberal and you have more liberal thoughts, you're gonna get more money. You're gonna get more opportunities. You can go more places. You can go to better schools. Because guess what? You have a liberal mindset and we can trust you. We can trust you in these schools. We can trust your parents ain't gonna protest. We can trust that you like that you believe that men can have babies. We trust you, right? We trust you believe in the world peace, and we trust you believe in the Green New Deal, and you believe in these shots. We trust you. So you can go anywhere in the world. You can fly anywhere in the world, right? But if we don't trust you, we can't have you fly anywhere in the world. We can't have you fly to different states because we don't trust you. This is our policies. We changing our policies now. Who you gonna complain to? The Supreme Court? We changed that. You can't complain to nobody. And then whoever vote for these something be like, well, what about us? No, we surveilling everybody. You gonna make more money, and we gonna pay you a little bit more, but your ass getting taxed too. Your ass getting surveillance. You getting all of that. They're gonna feel fucked up when they had that little side business they had. on the side, and they don't have that no more because government straight regulated their business. They telling you how much you can have and how long you can have it. You cannot save no money because guess what? You have to spend it in the economy. There's no need for save money. Save money for what? You don't need it. You don't need it. Spend your money. Ain't no passing money down to generation, this generation. None of that. Pass it down from generation to generation if you want to. We're going to freeze that shit, take that shit, and get what we want to when we want to. Ain't no more generational wealth. Huh? Ain't no more passing shit down. No. When you die, you leave that money with us. This person's already on the payroll. They don't need no money to get free housing, free healthcare, all of those shit. Right? Because guess what? Everything's going to be ran on social. What you going to pass down? Your social score? I want to pass down my social score to my kids so they can live healthy. No. You can't do that. They got their own social score. Give them money for what? If you own a business, right, and your son ain't a business person or he ain't he can't maintain a business, guess what? We're going to control that. Right? Because you can't have that business down. You can't have that money down for what? He ain't going to do nothing with it. But we know what to do with it. Huh? You can't buy this house over here because we don't want you to live over here. But if you black, we'll give you a discount if you move over here because we want this area right here more more cultural. You know what I'm saying? We want Mexicans over blacks, Asians. We don't give a fuck how much money you make. We're going to build a house and you can live there free. Huh? Vote for us. We're going to do that for you. All these programs we putting in, we're going to do it for you. We're going to prove that the transgenders have rights. We're going to prove that black people need more equity. We're going to prove that the Republicans is racist. And we're going to prove all of that. We're going to prove these high taxes work. But we also prove we're going to take your fucking money. We're going to control every aspect of your life. Right? Say something we don't want you to say. Post something on Facebook, right? You know how you be in Facebook jail? You can be in financial fucking bank account jail. Yeah, we're going to freeze your account for a week. You said something on Facebook or you said something on Instagram or you said something on a video or you said something online that we didn't like. So in order to punish you, so you won't do this shit again, we're going to freeze your account for a week. Oh, man, that's unfair. No, it's not. It's our rules now. We said it's fair. Who you going to complain to? You going to call the police? You going to hire a lawyer? You going to take it to court? What you going to do? We already made it a law. You can't say this in public or we're going to do this because guess what? You're discriminating. We can't have that in America. Huh? We can't have you hurting people's feelings in America. Everyone is equal. Everyone's feelings matter. We don't want no one feeling oppressed.
It increases government power at the expense of citizen rights.
Now, by two-tier systems, you're referring to how certain banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan can bank with the Federal Reserve, but regular Americans cannot, right? That's what you're alluding to?
The Gold Reserve Act of 1934 was the first currency quake. In that shocking act of fascism, Democrat President Roosevelt ordered all U.S. citizens to hand in their gold.
Remember that? Remember, because gold was currency. Gold has always been currency. Right? They made an executive order. The same thing Joe Biden doing with cash. An executive order to take your cash. He made an executive order to take your gold. Democrats. They done it before. You don't think they finna do it again? Huh? Give me your money. Give me your money. It's worthless now. Like they say gold was worthless. So give it to us. We confiscating it. Huh? United States executive order on the president. All persons are required to deliver on or before May 1st, 1933, all gold coins, gold bullions, and gold certificates now owned by them to a Federal Reserve Bank, a branch or a federal whatever, a member of the bank or whatever, Federal Reserve. But turn all your gold over to the feds. We want to control all the money because this was so far because we couldn't regulate this money. We couldn't regulate gold. We can't regulate that shit. So guess what? We're gonna take it. Be found with some gold if you want to. Huh? You don't think they can do the same thing about money? Turning all your money because on money it says it's owned by the Federal Reserve. It's a piece of paper. It's a promise note. It's worth nothing. They can say tomorrow. They can say all like they done food stamps. All remember it used to be paper food stamps. Tomorrow and they like starting next week, all food stamps are gonna be start uncirculating out of the equation, and we're gonna give you motherfuckers EBT cards. Huh? They can do that easy with money. All money is going to be taken out of circulation, and we're going to give you the digital dollar. Remember, they wiped the whole financial, monetary thing out of existence. The food stamp was monetary paper. Just like money, you can do hand-to-hand transactions. Right? They said, well, we're going to take that out of circulation because we want to control what you buy. People trade food stamps in for money. People buying all kind of different shit with food stamps. Right? We're going to put a regulation on that, and we're going to control what you buy. Now we're going to give you the food stamp, and the only thing you can buy now is food. You can't trade them. You can let somebody use your card and do some other shit, but you can't trade them. You can't buy other shit like pay extra. Like if something costs $50, you give me a $75 worth of food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Instead of $50 worth of cash, you can have it. People's doing that. You can't do that no more. We're gonna control everything, right? And it's gonna be paperless food stamps, right? Which is basically nothing because all they do is put a number on your fucking card every month. Put $2.50 on the card. You know what I'm saying? Then you go and you swipe it. No money involved. It don't take no. It doesn't take no money transaction to do it. All it takes is a program that every month your food stamps and your money come on that fucking card. Until they want to cut it off. You don't report, you don't do something, they cut that shit off. Right? But it's no food stamp balance. It's not being taken out of anything. It just pops up. And you spend it. And they make sure you spend it. You can't save the food stamps. You have to spend it. They can take money when they want to. Next week, all cash is fucking illegal. All cash cannot be spent. You either got to do it on an ATM card, a bank card with your fucking hand, online banking, or we're going to give you a new digital dollar. If you ain't got no bank, if you ain't got this, we're going to make sure your money come on just like that. It's better than the ATM card. It's better than the EBT card, which you get every month. They can make money obsolete tomorrow, and Joe Biden already put it into works.
Yes, privately owning gold was made illegal. The government wanted it all. If you failed to comply, you faced huge fines or were jailed. Interesting how this fascist plot isn't taught in our history classes, isn't it?
Okay. Now, I just want to be clear here, just for clarification. There is no legal, technical, or operational requirement as to why banks or private payment companies need to be involved, correct?
Huh? They said, you see how OC saying they don't need to be involved. AOC is saying banks don't need to be involved because we have the digital dollar. She's promoting this shit. The banks don't need to be involved. For what? Why are we paying the banks? All they doing is loaning out money, making people rich. They loaning money, right, to people we don't even agree with. So why we need the banks? We don't need them to be loaning money to political parties or loaning money to organizations or to projects we don't agree with. So why even have a bank if every dollar can be controlled by the federal government? Remember how the federal government was the first people to regulate the banks. They took the banks out. Oh, don't keep your money in the banks. Let us regulate and have a central bank so we can keep all the money in the bank. That was the feds. They always had a problem with the banks. They, they had a problem with the banks since the beginning. That's why they made a shadow government called the Feds. We're going to control the money. We're going to loan the money to the country, right, at a high-ass interest so they can pay it back. That's what we're going to do. We control the government. We control the country. And if we wipe away money, we really control the country. We already control the money. The digital dollar is going to be back, right? It's going to be backed by the Fed. If you got to do anything we say you do, or you don't get paid, or you can't earn no money. This is going to be the new law.
Currency quake number 2. The Gold Standard Act of 1971, when the U.S. abandoned the gold standard for good. What happened then? The dollar got destroyed, rampant inflation continued, and the power of the Federal Reserve increased dramatically. I predict the death of the dollar is the third and final currency quake.
Oh, you hear that? The death of the dollar. Think about this. They've been talking about taking money out of existence for the longest. If the death of the dollar is in our generation, we are fucked. We are, and it has to happen. It's been planned on for years. It stops everything. Imagine all the crimes couldn't be committed without cash, right? You can't just go on the street and say, guess what? Give me your money. Give me your wallet. You really don't even fucking need no wallet, right? You can't do that. You can't shoot dice, right? You can't gamble and win money and lose. I mean, you can't do that. You gamble too much. We said you can't gamble. What happens then? Right? If you do gamble, we're going to take most of your money. You can't tip a waitress this amount of money. You can't buy this amount of bullets. Right? You can't say your daughter or your son can't get this. Think about the control they have over you. If they could say, all I got to do is the threat of you losing all your finances and you have no one to complain to because you don't have a right to complain. Imagine how humble you got to be, right? If they tell you basically shut the fuck up with your complaining. This is what they basically telling you, right? Get mad if you want to. We'll keep it on longer. Act like we want you to act. Get the fuck happy. Then we'll cut your money back on. Other than that, shut the fuck up. That's what they're going to tell you. And you're going to be so mad, right? You're going to be like, what the fuck? I don't believe in this shit. But in order for me to make a living for my kids to even go to school, they're telling me I have to submit. I got to take this off of here. I got to do this. I got to have this belief. I can't have this free will in order for me to live financially because they done packed the courts and Supreme Court say they have the power to do this. And the federal government, which controls the money source of the American people, say, guess what? They want this done. They want the federal digital coin because they want to enslave and control every person on earth. So you do what the fuck they say or else. And you have no choice. That's going to be a cold war we finna live in the next couple of years. If we don't stop this shit. Right? You see all the signs. AOC is bringing these people to the fucking hearing to explain to the people on what's going to happen. How poor people are going to get these digital dollars. Joe Biden signed the order how people going to get these digital dollars. They got secret programs on making these digital dollars. Joe Biden signed Congress signed a bill for the Treasury, the state treasury, the Secretary of Treasury, whatever, to come up with one. Mark of the beast, y'all. What you thought was going to happen? You've been warned. You didn't think this shit was going to come one day? When they've been warning you that if since the Bible days, the mark of the beast coming, y'all been saying it. Oh, I'm not gonna put this in my hand. They're gonna give me this, and they're gonna do this, and I'm not gonna do that. They're going to force you to. They get the power. Ain't no more saying what you not gonna do. Look how Joe Biden and the Democrats and all them people got mad when you wouldn't take the Trump juice, and they didn't know if it fucking worked or not. Huh? Don't listen to what the fuck they say. Imagine they had the power then that they trying to have in the future. If they could have said, well, like Joe Biden get out there and say, well, we got this many people with the Trump juice, right? And we have a record on who didn't take it. So if you don't take it, you're not allowed to travel. We're going to cut off all your funding, you know what I'm saying, for you traveling on a plane or to a restaurant going to buy shit, right? To a ball game. We're going to cut all your traveling because guess what? You ain't got it in you and you're a danger to society. So until you have that record, right, and your digital coin say you're free to do that, guess what? You're not free to do that. And who you going to complain to? Who you going to call? Shut the fuck up and do what we say. Them are your only options. Shut the fuck up and do what we say.
But it's possible that as a result of this order, you could see certain cryptocurrencies no longer be viable. Everyone will move to hold the most stable, the most viable one in the long run.
Huh? All other currencies will no longer matter. If you have a digital coin, you can even cut out food stamps. Food stamps are going to become obsolete because guess what? You can buy everything with that digital coin. From food to appliances, right? To I don't know what else you were going to buy with clothing or whatever, right? Pay your rent, I guess, right? You're going to be able to buy the book, buy a video game. You're going to be able to do everything with that fucking coin. So ain't no more food stamps. That's another money source eliminated forever. Ain't no more dollars. That's another money source eliminated forever. We remember my grandfather told me when he was younger they had change for a penny. I forgot what the fuck they was called, but he said they used to give you change for a penny. You go to the store and buy and take a penny, right, and get 5 bubble gums or some shit like that. They give you some change back. Like what? Like yes, I forgot what they was called. He said nigga they had change for a penny. Right? But throughout the time, right, money is eliminated, right? Look how money is eliminated now, right? Remember, you used to have to carry cash on you for certain things. Now you can do it on or you had a card. Now you can do it on a phone. You can do it with your hand. You can do it with your watch. You can pay all kinds. You can pay 5 different ways. You can go throughout the day not having a dollar on you and go eat, catch a Uber, call a taxi. I mean, you can do everything you want to do and not have $1 on you. Tip people, everything around you. You never thought about that. If you old enough, in a couple of days, I'm going to be able to pay for dinner off my phone. I'm going to be able to order a pizza off my watch. You never thought about that. You never thought about technology was get this far. You never dreamed your wildest imagination because it never seemed to you. I mean, it may sound simple now, ordering some shit on your watch or ordering some shit on your phone, but us who had house phones and us old enough to remember the rotary dial and all those stuff, the ting ting, ting ting, you have to do that shit with the rotary dial. We never imagined our wildest year you'd be able to order a pizza outside of your house or order a fucking phone, whatever the wildest dream is with a fucking cell phone. We never imagined that shit when we had rotary phones. Or even when the cell phone first revolutionized, when you had flip phones and brick phones and shit like that, we never in our wildest imagination know we'd be downloading pornos, getting information, a library, taking pictures. Never thought we had that much power in a fucking phone. Huh? Never in our wildest imaginations. But now we take shit, but we went from there to having where you can pay with just waving your fucking phone, where you can pay with just waving your fucking watch. It's nothing because it was good technology way back then, but we have so much technology and shit advanced so much, it's nothing now. We take it for granted, right? So how fast you think they can move to a paperless society? How fast do you think they can move to that? I remember they moved away from food stamps. That shit was done in less than 3 months. Everybody had a card. Everybody who spent them food stamps that last time, guess what? Them food stamps was taken out of circulation, burned, and never made again. They stopped printing them. They can stop printing money tomorrow. It's paper. It has no value. The only value it has is you can't buy that paper from anywhere else because the Federal Reserve own that paper. They own the paper that the money is printed on. That's the only difference between that paper and your right in the paper you use in a notebook. If they wanted tomorrow to say, you know what, we want to use the paper that we get out of notebooks and make that cash, and we're going to eliminate all regular dollars that we used to print money on. Guess what? Notebook paper become cash, worthless. They can print money on any fucking thing they want to and call it money. Anything they want to. Because guess what? They control on what's money. They control you the value of a dollar. We're going to make sure you don't buy no home because we're going to put this extra tax on you because what? Shit is getting out of control and people are saving too much money, spending too much money, and having too much money. They don't want you to have any financial freedom. Save money for what? The only way we can spend money or get out of recession or the inflation we in or anything like that if people spend. Why you think Joe Biden was bragging about the economy, right? Oh, the economy done good. Because he gave that money up and they spent that money. Consumer goods went up, everything went up, so the economy was good when people spend money. But when people lose that money and the economy slow down, guess what? That's when the inflation hit. That's when the recession hit. That's when everything happens. So Joe Biden needs you to spend that money, or he needs to create more money so people can spend more. Free money. Right? If you continuously have free money, you continue to have people spending. And then Joe Biden can keep on saying, well, we brought the deficit down. No, you didn't. All you done was gave the Feds more money.
And that means they could lose on some of these investments.
But it would be more dangerous and far-reaching than any crime that came before. If the U.S. dollar is replaced by Biden-bucks spyware, I believe the government will be able to track, control, and limit your spending. Soon there will be no more privacy. Zero. Gone. The government will know all your whereabouts and habits at all times, because they will know exactly where all your money is spent.
Now, do anybody want to give Joe Biden that type of power? To know every dollar, everywhere, right? And everything you spend money on. Who wants to give Joe Biden or the Democrats that power? You will have no voice ever again. Think about how important this sin is. If they get away with this shit, you will never have a voice ever again. No matter how mad you get, no matter what's in the Constitution, no matter what rights you have, right? No matter what kind of freedom you think you deserve, you will never be able to voice your opinion, have a power of freedom of choice, have the power of free thought, right? The power of freedom of expression, right? Freedom of speech. You will never have that ever again.
The new state surveillance army will be everywhere. In history, I don't know of one example of a government with access to a citizen surveillance system.
Right? Who would develop a surveillance system, right? In history, I don't know one of the example of a government with a access to a citizen surveillance system that hasn't used it. Name one China, North Korea, Russia, Venezuela. Name one country that developed a surveillance system on their citizens and haven't used it. They don't make them for fun. They don't make them right for play. They don't make them to test. They make them for a purpose, to spy on the citizens. Huh? Look how many people they spied on. They spied on Donald Trump right now. If the Democrats can freeze Donald Trump finances, talking about what Donald Trump is under all these federal investigations and stuff like that, we're going to freeze his money. We're going to freeze his campaign contributions. We're going to freeze all of this old shit because he's under investigation, right? And they'll be able to do it. And guess what? He will have no power to fight it. He will have no power to object to it, right? Because guess what? Who he going to object to? We got all these liberal judges. We got all these laws put in place, right? We got the federal government backing up the Democrats' position. Yeah, well, fucking cripple him then. Yeah. Cut his money off because his ESG ain't right. He not believing in this new world order shit. Cut his money off. We don't want him to defend himself. We don't want him to preach to the people. We don't want him to defend the people. We're going to say he using the people. He using their funding. He using their donations for his own purposes. Cut his money off. At the drop of a dime, Donald Trump money will be cut off. You don't think they want that power? You don't think they want that power? You don't think they'll love that power? You don't think they'll love the power to say you, the people up in here, can donate to your favorite conservative comedian, me? They say, you know what? He got too many conservative jokes. Plus, he was on that date. He was in that place on that date. That's why we took his last channel. We don't want you to donate money to his channel because guess what? He's having a message that we don't agree with. We already got people listening to him. We already got codes and all this other stuff. But we're going to stop his donation unless he changes rhetoric because this is hate speech. You know how many times, people was warning me too. Before I lost my channel, people was warning me like, hey, all kind of conservatives are losing their channel. They're coming after you next, Black. They was telling everybody that, oh, such and such, Salty Cracker lost his channel, or another YouTuber lost his channel, or dudes coming on Fox News saying we done lost our Twitter channel, we done lost our Instagram for saying this and saying that. They're going after conservatives. They was going after me too. I wasn't no different from nobody else. I was just as big as any other conservative comedian, the Hodge twins, or anything like that on my first go around. I was getting just as many views as them, but we have to stop his message because we can't allow him to put it out. Not at this rate, not with this material. So guess what? Unless you make videos about this and you don't say that, we don't want you making videos no more, and people can't donate to you. Huh? Oh, you Trump saying he want to have a campaign rally and you want to donate. Well, you only can donate this amount of money. You can't do this. We're going to put a cap on what you can donate. You think the Republicans will win any other race ever if the Democrats get control of the Senate, the House, the Supreme Court, and the White House? And the financial of the finances of the whole country? Can you imagine that? Republicans, conservatives, and conservativeness will fucking end. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't fight. You can't protest. You can't go to court. You can't rally. What are you going to do? You're going to shut the fuck up and you're going to accept whatever terms they give you because guess what? You have to eat. Get mad if you want to, but your ass want to eat, don't you? You want your kids to go to school, don't you? You want to be able to pay your bills, don't you? Well, get mad, but don't say shit and accept it. because this is the way it is. And it's gonna be so fucked up because they're gonna be in your face like, what you gonna do about it? Yeah, we took your money, huh? Yeah. We cut your funds. What are you gonna do about it? And what are you gonna do about it? Well, I have a right and the Constitution. So what? Didn't you hear me when I say all uh, constitutional rights is not fucking granted? I can take them when I want to. Well, in the Constitution say I can keep this gun. Well, I say you can't, and I'm coming to take it. Who you gonna talk to? Who you gonna call? Huh? Who you gonna call? What right do you have? I say you don't have this right. You say you do. Well, the new Constitution say you fucking don't. And until you give it to me, because we heard you had it, we're gonna cut your finances off. Because we're going to need all of them. Turn all of them in or you're not going to be able to spend a dime. Because in our records, we saw you done bought AR-15 ammunition. So that means you got an AR-15. Give it up. Or you don't get no more money. We need all 5 of them. And the little guns. So we need all of them. Until you give us all this guns or all this stuff that we have on record that you fucking bought, you don't get no fucking money. You don't travel. You don't do none of that. Joe Biden giving if you buy an electric car, you gonna get a $7,000 rebate. Soon as Joe Biden said that, Ford and all the rest of the motherfuckers went up by $8,000. So what rebate did you saving? If Joe Biden said you're gonna save $7,000 and they raise their shit by $8,000, you're not saving. You're paying an extra fucking $1,000. You're actually losing money, right? It used to be 51, now it's 58. Joe Biden said we're gonna get you 7. You know what I'm saying? But instead of it going 7 to 44, right? It's gonna go from 40 to 50 fucking 2, right? So that's an $8,000 difference that I gotta spend now. When I'm supposed to have been winning and only spending 46. Or 42, whatever I'm spending, right? Now I'm spending the whole motherfucking thing. It don't add up. To spend money to make money. You only do that shit in the lottery. Right? On a video game. You mean I gotta do that in real life too now? I gotta spend money to make money?
In other words, the federal government could provide public digital currency services directly to the public if it wanted to, like the Postal Service provides.
Sure, yes.
You see how simple they say that shit is? The federal government can be just like the post office, right? Provide a federal service. AOC's agreeing with this shit. The same bitch who wore the tax the rich shirt and all this old stuff, right? Talking about she's advocating for the poor. Well, give them this digital currency. In fact, surveillance is the true dividing force behind the new Chinese digital currency.
In fact, surveillance is the true driving force behind the new Chinese digital currency. China already uses facial recognition software, mobile phone GPS, and the purchase of plane or train tickets to track their citizens.
You don't think we do this? Huh? Facial recognize software. They got that. When you look at your phone, they got that. When you go out in public, they got that. They got all kind of facial recognition shit. Remember, J.L. Paul was getting on one of the police departments for having that shit. Like, oh, when you do black people look the same, and the shit actually failed. It got the wrong people. They already got facial recognition program devices at the police stations. They already got them. Airports and all that shit. They got them. Right? Mobile GPS system. They got that shit. How you think they was able to track everybody? Like, oh, we're gonna track people down that caught the shit, and we're gonna know who you was with, and we can do all that shit by your phone. They already got a phone GPS. This shit is not new. This shit is already implemented, right? And the purchase of plane or train tickets, right? Whenever people was going to certain Trump rallies and Trump events, they was getting flagged, stopped at the airport. Oh no, you can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Because such and such. I mean, you can see all kind of articles on that shit, right? People wasn't allowed to fly to certain things because they said, oh, it might lead to this or it might lead to that, or we don't want too many people gathering. So flights to this at such and such time is canceled. They was doing that. They want to track you.
They use this to detect anti-state activities and to arrest anyone who does not strictly follow the orders of Chairman Xi.
Right? And they track people's phones. They track people all digital, all Facebook, social media. They track all that shit to arrest people. Right? So they track all their activities and arrested anyone that say they thought they had something to do with it. People wasn't even doing shit up in there. Look how they hit them, arrested them, and look at the trumped up charges they have, right? And they can complain. They can say their rights are being violated, but Democrats has made up some shit. Who you going to complain to? Who you going to say your civil rights are being violated? We're violating your civil rights in front of everybody, and we're showing them that you can't do shit about it. Who you going to complain to? Trump is out of office. You can't complain to nobody because we don't want to listen. The only person you could complain to was Donald Trump, and he was the only motherfucker that would listen. But guess what? He ain't in power now, so guess who you got to answer to? Right? The only kind of power we got is in the Supreme Court. The only power we got right now is in the Supreme Court. We lose that power, guess what? We will never own another piece of power. I'm telling you right now. You can say you're a Republican, you can say you're conservative and all that shit if you want to. The shit will not matter. I'm a conservative. What is a conservative? You can't. And what would be a conservative if it would be impossible for you to have a conservative value? You had to call people to have to learn what to call people, how to learn how to not to offend people, how to learn how to be more accepting to people, how to learn how to understand. I mean, you got to focus on treating people right and all of those shit. You done lost what you know about yourself as a conservative because they forced it on you, and they're gonna tell you what the fuck you're gonna do about it. Take this Vaseline, right? Rub it in your ass, right? And just keep quiet. We don't care if it hurt.
Now, can you imagine the Dems having that kind of total government control? In fact, the coronavirus pandemic gave them a playbook for how to control a population. They've been practicing for 2 years.
Huh? They've been practicing this shit for 2 years. You don't think they want this plan to come together? You don't think that one day, right, with all this power grabbing, with all this changing of the guard, right, with all this lying to the people and convincing them that these policies work and they policies are the best and they fit to give them free money and the other party is racist, and I mean even right now the party's out of control. They're trying to threaten FBI agents. You think they fit to? Right? You think they've been practicing shit for 2 years to take over all this old shit? They preaching this shit right now. These people need to be stopped. These people are racist. These people are gonna fuck up our democracy. So in the name of democracy, right? We're gonna implement all these fucking rules, all these laws, right, and all this currency change in the name of democracy. Because if you don't treat people right, we're gonna take your fucking money. And treat people right according to how and what the fuck we tell you to. And when we take your money, you can complain if you want to, right? But what the fuck you gonna do about it? What the fuck is you gonna do about it? There's no more power for you. We done flipped the filibuster already, right? And put the judges up in there that we want to have as judges, the liberal judges. So even if you take this shit to the Supreme Court, guess what? We're gonna win this shit every fucking time, right? There's not going to be a need to protest. There's not going to be a need to complain Because who the fuck you gonna complain to? We control every aspect of government, and we're not letting it go ever. There's nothing in the Republican playbook. There's nothing in the Republican agenda. There's nothing in the Republican power. After that, if they change all that shit that you can do or you can make up, right? That will put another Republican in the House. Look at all these subpoenas that's going against Republicans now and not against Democrats, right? They can investigate who they want to. They can raid who they want to. They can put any kind of crime on anybody who they want to. And you fight back, guess what? We're going to fund your ass. This shit is getting deep.
Now, thanks to Biden's order 14067, I predict the U.S. will soon be a surveillance state like China. On March 26, 2022, Fox News sounded the alarm. Biden Order 14067 is a truly remarkable and deeply troubling development. If a digital dollar were to be created, it would dramatically expand the power and influence of the federal government and Federal Reserve.
Huh? The federal government and the Federal Reserve, it would extend their power. Everything is about power right now. The federal government, right? The Federal Reserve and the IRS. There's no state, they talking about the state police. There's no local police, right? There's no local anything. Everything is the Fed, Federal Reserve, federal government, and the IRS. Think about all them in cahoots right now. All them going after your money right now. And all these control money, the federal government control money, the Federal Reserve control them, and the IRS work for both of these sons of bitches. Who are the fuck you gonna complain to?
In ways most Americans won't understand until it's too late to roll it back. With Biden bucks as our mandatory currency, it would be so easy for the government to confiscate assets and freeze accounts at will. In fact, Biden bucks could allow one party to hold on to power forever.
Huh? Forever. Think about this, and this can be a reality. Remember, they was having votes talking about we tired of a two-party system, right? Either they want one party or multiple parties, right? But they tired of a two-party system. There's too much going on, too much conflict. But if you have a one-party system and everybody in cahoots, the Democrats got the Senate, the House, and the White House, and all, and they're in cahoots on one plan. Guess what? I don't give a fuck who you vote for. Who as a Republican, they don't have no subpoena power. They ain't got no policy power. They ain't got no voting power, right? The Republican Party will be no more. You think they done all of this to get the power, the power grab, and then after they get the power grab, they gonna give it up? They're like, yeah, we done got the power grab. We got all this old stuff. We can do anything we want to America. But you know what? We don't want to do that. We gonna give it up. We gonna play fair now. Now, after they get what they want, right? Because this is not the plan. This is the implementation of the plan. This is the process of the plan, right? This is the things they got to do. But once they implement their plan, the show is over. They've been waiting for a long time. The show is fucking over.
Imagine Merrick Garland would say, "We have the voting records. We know if you voted for Trump. And if you did, we're going to disable your bank accounts." Does that sound like a stretch in this day and age?
Do it? Do it sound like a stretch this day and age, right? Where all the motherfuckers talking about all the you voted for Trump and they feel you a certain type of way and you extremist, right? They can cancel your bank account. Cancel the shit you say online if you defend Donald Trump. If you have any kind of conservativeness in you, right? Speaking out against the government, speaking out against the FBI, they can freeze your shit. And everyone in this chat right now know it is fucking possible. Knowing this is really a Democrat agenda and this is what it's no secret to us. We're just surprised about the way they doing it with the digital coin, with the federal government, with the Federal Reserve. We're just tripping on how they doing it in our fucking face. And we can't do nothing about it unless we get their ass out of office. That's the only way. Other than that, we are fucked.
I think one of the things that we're seeing here is that we're facing a choice. Congress is facing a choice whether we want to give, Wall Street another tool of being in charge of the public's money and payments, or whether we can potentially establish a public option.
Huh?
There's more. Your retirement savings could disappear.
Right? Because of the public option. Your savings could disappear. Your retirement and savings could disappear. And remember I said how the economy wants you to spend? He finna break it down. This video was longer than this. It's like a 20, 30-minute video, but I broke it down in 10 minutes, right? But he explained it a little bit more in the video, right? But your money, you know what I'm saying, your retirement and your saving can be disappeared. It can be gone. Because they don't want you to save money. What the fuck are you saving money for? What the fuck you got a savings for? What the fuck you got a retirement for? Right? There's nothing to retire on.
They'll do this through the introduction of negative interest rates. This is not far-fetched. In fact, I believe it's extremely likely. Here's why. It's simple economics. The government doesn't want us holding on to cash.
Huh? The government don't want you holding on to cash. They don't want you holding on to cash because guess what? That can be regulated. People can spend cash in the street. People don't have to report cash. Cash can go through 4 or 5 hands and 6 or 7 hands in the street and through a business before you even go to a bank. Right? If you take cash out, it's impossible. It can't be 5 or 6 transactions with the same $100 bill. Right? And the government can't keep track of where it been, right? I could have went to buy some weed. The weed did it. The weed person could have went to the strip club, and spent it on some strippers. You know what I'm saying? The stripper could have got it. You know what I'm saying? Spent it on some hair from and getting her hair braided. The hair braid lady could have spent it on some powder cocaine or something like that. The powder cocaine man could have put that shit in the bank. It could have switched 5 different hands before it reached the bank. But if you do digital coins right now, digital dollars, them 5 transactions couldn't take place because the government would have to get a piece or know about every transaction you made. They would have to know about the strip club. They would have to know about the cocaine. They would have to know about the weed. They would have to know about the hair. They would have to know about every single thing on that transaction. So guess what? That $100 that started off as a weed and went to some powder, it can't go through them hands no more. And people can't get paid. See, in that situation, everybody got paid. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, it's gonna be everybody can't get paid. You can't pay you probably can pay the lady for the hair to get your hair done, but you can't pay for the weed. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy the pot of cocaine. You can't buy certain things when that money is just a fucking digital dollar. Huh? So they don't want you holding on to cash. They want you to spend it as soon as you get it.
They need us spending some more to prop up their house of cards economy. So how do you stop people holding on to cash? Step 1, you eliminate cash altogether.
Huh? That will stop cash. How you get my baby mama to stop breathing? You eliminate her altogether, right? Holding on to people cash, in order to make people, right, spend their cash, you eliminated it. You eliminate it. You can't save it no more. We're taking it.
With the Biden bucks digital currency. Then step 2, you introduce a negative interest rate on all accounts. After all, you can program a digital currency to do anything at any time. With the negative interest rates, if you don't spend your money, it starts shrinking.
Huh? Negative interest rate. Don't spend your money if you want to. We're going to take it. This is all coming. So you're going to be forced to spend your money. You're going to be forced to buy shit. You're going to be forced to do certain things. Or guess what? They're going to take it. And you probably think, well, I don't want the government taking my money. I'd rather spend this shit. Because I don't want my money just sitting in the bank, and every time I turn around, they're taking out $1,000, $2,000. Talking about your money just sitting there, and we got a negative interest. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you don't spend the money, we gotta take the money because it's a negative interest.
Think of it this way: how do you slaughter cattle? You need to get them into a chute first, otherwise they'll all run away. Biden bucks are a digital cattle chute. You cut off access to all other forms of currency. You do away with everything except this programmable, trackable digital dollar.
You hear that? Get rid of every form of currency. Credit cards, watches, phones, all that. You just have a digital dollar now. This world will be so fucked up. If you let the Democrats win, I'm telling you, this is where it's going. You bet. I don't give a fuck if you don't like Republicans. You better put the Republicans in, right? And you better make sure that they cancel all of this shit. Cancel all of it. We don't want no. We do not want this. So we're gonna vote your ass in office. You got to make sure you kill this digital dollar shit. Making sure that some people can keep their entrepreneur shit. Because some people make stuff and sell it on the street. You can't do that, right? You can't do that if they do this shit with the fucking digital coin, right? Because they're gonna be able to control every dollar. You can't have no side hustle because you do. We want all of that. We're gonna give you the bare minimum just so you can survive. This is where it's going.
And then you can march us all right to the slaughterhouse. They'll control how and where you spend your money. If you don't spend it, they'll make it disappear.
Here as well. Now, one concern that we hear in CBDC conversations. My time is up. I'm sorry, so I can't get to the last question. I'll file it for the record.
Yeah, bitch, my time is up too. Her time is up and my time is up, right? But I had to make this video, right? I had to do this live because, like I said, I was doing another video. I was doing a whole Donald Trump video that I was doing. I'm working on how the Democrats. This is my tomorrow video. How they working? How the Democrats is basically calling all the Republicans racist and all kind of ignorant shit, right? It kind of ties in with this video, you know what I'm saying? If I was to do a skit, I would put all of this in a damn video. Let me see. Go import. What the fuck? That's not what I want. Okay, media files. Let me see up in here. Let me see up in here. Let me see up in here. Okay, let me see if this is it right here. Yeah, I think this is it. Right? I'm working on this one tomorrow. This will give you a little taste of this. Oh! Somebody, you're speaking beyond facts, and it would be better word if people would research what they are being told. Propaganda is to bend your thoughts in a direction anybody wants to withhold your acknowledgement. We better choose to either live or are on our feet or die on our knees. Amen, brother. And amen to you, Demon 212. Right? Demon 212, I want you to see what I'm working on tomorrow because this is what the liberals think of you, right? I want to show you a quick thing of what the liberals think of you, right? Because this is my skit tomorrow. I don't want to play the whole video, but I want you to get a glimpse of this, Demon, you know what I'm saying, 212, what the Democrats think of you. And how this is going. This is like going to be a continuation video of this video tonight, right? Because it goes from the Democrats for to control your money, right? They for control your life. They for control every aspect of your life, and they're going to make you an evil person, and they're going to make you right into a fucked up person just so they can do it. Just look at how they talk about conservatives right now, right? If they make you to an enemy, they make you to a bad person, right? They make you into one of the worst human beings in the United States. Guess what? They're going to be able to take your money. They're going to be able to take your rights because guess what? You are a fucking threat. And the liberal news, you know what I'm saying, Demon, get on here and says this shit every fucking day. Every fucking day, Demon. Listen to this.
Has confessed.
Donald Trump confessed.
Of illegal possession of government documents and presidential documents, if reporting tonight in the New York Times is true, it's not theirs, it's mine. Several advisors say Mr. Trump told them. That line in Maggie Haberman's New York Times report tonight is a confession.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the simplicity of how they're trying to lower the fucking standards, right? On Donald Trump confessing. He said them records is not theirs, it's mine. Oh, that is a confession. That is a confession. You hear that? That is a confession. He said the records is, they lowering their standards, right? And they want us to believe this shit. And the liberals who are watching this shit are actually listening to this shit and they putting a 10 on the 20 because they thinking to themselves, this is fucking true. The fucking people are fucking evil. These Republicans are fucking evil. That's true.
That is a confession by Donald Trump that he knew He had the documents and had no intention of ever returning the documents to their rightful owner, the United States government. The sentence, "It's not theirs, it's mine," contains all of the elements that federal prosecutors...
Oh, wait, where we at? Wait, hold on. Let me get on to another part of this. Where we at? This is too long. This is too long. Oh, no wonder it's too long. No wonder it's too long because I should have done this. I should have done it like this. Let me see. I should have done it like this, right? But because this would be more. Let me see. Right here. Right here. Right. This would be more. This is more. This is more edited right here. My bad. This is more edited. Right, I'm through with that video. This is more edited. But this all ties in onto what I'm trying to say on the last video, right? How they try to call basically people who support Donald Trump basically fucking stupid. We fucking stupid for supporting Donald Trump. Hold on, we're gonna get on this part right here. We basically fucking stupid. Here we go. Listen how they talk to us, demon. I hope James Touche's still in the chat. I hope the guy Pill's in the chat.
Tonight in the New York Times is true.
Trump claimed, among other things, that there could not be any classified materials at his home because he had a standing order to declassify any documents that he took from the Oval Office to the White House residence.
"It's not theirs, it's mine." Several advisors say Mr. Trump told them. That line in Maggie Haberman's New York Times report tonight is a confession.
But now, former Trump administration officials say that claim is ludicrous and ridiculous and complete fiction.
That is a confession by Donald Trump.
It wasn't just a couple of people, Jake. We reached out to 18 former, very senior Trump officials.
That he knew he had the documents and had no intention of ever returning the documents to their rightful owner, the United States government.
White House, intelligence community, NSA, Justice Department, even...
Right, but I ain't gonna let y'all see the whole clip. I just want y'all to see how these people, right, talk about. We got James Carwell right here. Look how he talk about Republicans. Look how just look at the anger in his voice. Look at the anger in his face on how he talk about Republicans. Look at this.
The problem the Republican Party has is they got really stupid people that vote in their primaries.
The problem with the Republican people is they got really stupid people that vote in their primaries, right? He calling all the Republicans that voted in, why is it skipping like that? All the Republicans that voted in the primary stupid. Huh? All the Republicans voted in the primary stupid. Oh, let me get to this first. Let me get right here, right?
The problem the Republican Party has is they got really stupid people that vote in their primaries.
Huh? You got really stupid people that vote in your primaries. So I guess everybody that's watching this video is stupid. Huh? If you're watching this video, you are stupid. Right? According to James Carville.
And when you have that, you're going to get in really stupid people demand to have really stupid leaders.
Huh? Really stupid people, right? Which is you, have really stupid leaders, which is, I guess, whoever you vote for. This is how the Democratic Party think of you, right? So when they put these laws in, right, and we got people talking like this right here. Look, you got people talking like this.
Just also public.
Wait, you got people talking like this. Where we at? Right here, right? Oh, hold on. Where we at? Right here. Where we at? Oh, where we at? Where we at? You got people talking like, where we at? I'm gonna go right here. You got people talking like this?
Including in response to the search of Trump's home, the FBI and DHS also public debate. You have people who refer to this criminal violence as a potential reason to surrender, to appease these people.
Appease these people. You are these people. You are these stupid people. I mean, I got so much footage of this liberal news and Democrats on this thing right here, calling you stupid for believing it, right? It's calling you racist for believing it, calling you you threatening this person, you threatening these people lives, you got these people in fear, you got these people in danger, right? You shouldn't be doing this. You don't think for 1 second that these people will cut your fucking funding, will go after you for for supporting a political party if they think you fucking dumb. If they just consider you as these people, right? You think they won't cut your shit short?
To hand some sort of veto over possible searches or indictments to the would-be thugs and criminals threatening or acting on armed rebellion.
Threatening criminals. We don't know. They're not just saying people. They are broadening that. They don't just talk about the people making these so-called threats. They are talking about all fucking Republicans. You are dangerous. You don't think they cut your funds? This shit go back hand in hand with the shit that Joe Biden is trying to do with surveying everybody controlling your money.
Once led? Well, that's what he just did, albeit in secret.
Hold on, let me see this part right here. Look at this part. Look at this part.
Enforcement officers, the extremism of forgiving and looking past people who beat the hell out of cops, and in fact, glorifying them as political prisoners, those people that battered and abused.
You hear that? You see how Florida and all that other shit, right? You see how, so this is not out the realm to punish these people. You are these people. You watching this are these people they're talking about.
A man that tells the truth, and this is not a man that cares about his people.
Huh? Trump don't care about you. I mean, it's plenty of this footage out here. Look at this shit.
Their perspective, which is a war between good and evil.
A war between good and evil. I mean, you just put it on this shit, and they talking about conservatives like a fucking dog. You don't think when they take total control of our financial system, right? That, you know what I'm saying, that they're gonna fucking cut your money short, put a ban on you, surveillance you? Come on, demon. Tell them, demon. It's coming, demon.
The entire premise of the far-right media is this lie.
Right? You're being lied to. Look at this shit.
They knew what this meant to the nation. They knew.
We know from talking to his own listeners, they believe it, Aaron.
It's just so incredibly dangerous, Drew. I mean, it looks
Dangerous, incredibly. I mean, I got to finish editing this shit, right? But it's incredibly dangerous. Look how they talk about the conservative party. You are dangerous. You are dangerous. You are a threat. You are stupid. You were being lied to. Huh? You voting for the wrong people. You don't care. You're trying to kill our democracy. You're supporting. You're threatening the FBI. I mean, you people. Look how they don't even say Republican. Some people, newscasters don't even say Republican or conservative. They saying these people. Do you hear what I'm saying? They're coming after you. Right? And this video, right, I think I'll make a skit out of this. After to finish editing this video, I think I'm going to make a skit out of this. I don't think I'm going to do a live. Give y'all a skit for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Demon 212, I can kick back and relax now. I got one of them big donations for 212. I said, look, I'm finna take tomorrow off. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm finna go, look, Demon, I'm finna go buy my son some all kind of shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of good donations tonight. Tomorrow will be a good day for me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a cute 100. Good looking out on the donations. That's going to motivate me to get in this shit. I got this video I got to do, right? I still got I got about 4 or 5 videos I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the donation on allowing me the time to do these videos. Now I can sit my ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? I can relax and I can get these videos out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I was having to go to clubs and all kind of shit. But, like I'm saying, this is coming, y'all. Be prepared, right? Because, like I said in the tomorrow video, I'm finna show you what these Democrats think of you. Huh? How disgusting they think you are. How evil they think you are. how stupid they think you are. You can be the kindest person in the world. You can be the most generous person in the world, like Neiman and the God Pill and James who say you can be the most uh, fucking loving. I mean, you can be the hardest working person in the world, God loving person in the world. But just because you voted Republican, you're stupid, you're evil, you're being lied to, you're a threat, and you're a racist. All of that from a raid. Then all of that done resurfaced already, right? Now they can say the now they're trying to get their energy and their enthusiasm up by saying, look how the Trump supporters are acting now. Look at all these motherfuckers. They trying to turn it on reverse. Hey, remember? Look at the Republicans. They talking about defund the police. Look at the war the Republicans having on the police. This is uncalled for. Wow, they were beating the shit out of the police all summer, throwing frozen water bottles at them, beating them upside the head with pipes, shooting at them, doing all kind of shit to the federal police. You got one or two incidents now. All of a sudden, these are the worst people in the world. I thought they was loving the police. Look how they treating the police. Look at this. They are evil. They need to be this. They need to be that. Right? Joe Biden made a comment. I don't even think it's going to be a Republican Party. Remember that shit? Let them get power. Like Joe Biden say, he made the joke. I don't even think it's going to be a Republican Party. Do you know it's going to be a Republican Party? No, I'm just being serious here. Do you know? I don't want you to answer, but I'm just asking. Do you know? He already had it in mind. Let them get control of the money. Looking out, Bobby Mayo. What it do, Bobby Mayo? Long time partner, right? Let them get control of your fucking money. Let them take the power, right? And this is what they're gonna do. They're already saying you evil. Look at this dude right here. All right, him right here.
If that reporting is true, it means that there are several advisors who are witnesses to Donald Trump's confession. The sentence, it's not theirs, it's mine, to their rightful owner.
But who was that? Hold on. We'll just do that. They talking about look, Mick Mulvaney, right? Mick Mulvaney. These are the people they got, right? They saying all these people came out on Donald Trump and all this old shit, and we have witnesses and all this. So they said all these people came out like so-called on a Hunter Biden thing, but they put their name on it. Mick Mulvaney, right? And we knew what happened to him, right? And John Bolton.
You make some mistakes, like, an idiot like Bolton, all he wanted to do is drop bombs on everybody. You don't have to drop bombs on everybody. You don't have to kill people.
If John Bolton, in fact, released classified material.
John Bolton released classified material. Oh, they don't want to talk about that. John Bolton was the board. Remember, he's a CNN contributor. He's against Donald Trump. Remember the book? People don't remember that. Remember the John Bolton? Should I put that up in here? Huh, God Pillar, if you sit up in here, should I put the John Bolton book up in this skit when he was talking about all this stuff in all this classified documents in his so-called book that the federal judge said he couldn't release because it was classified information. Remember that? Did the Democrats say anything? They was asking that this classified information be put out. I ought to bring that shit up and put that shit in the skit. I should do that. Demon, you hear me? Demon still up in here. No, don't thank me. Just focus on waking up as many people as you can. Time is running out. It is, Demon. And I'm glad you mentioned that. It's only like 80-something days, right? We got to hit the street. Matter of fact, I think I need to do some of that shit. I think I need to come up, Demon, with some street questions for the mall. Make me some shirts so I can give out and ask people, do they know about this shit? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think that will be better, right? I think I'm finna add a new twist to this, right? I'm going to break down this skit, right? And I'm going to have people on the street answer these fucking questions because I don't think people know about this shit, right? They don't know about if they take if Joe Biden signed this digital dollar shit, and they take their money. What is you gonna do as a single mother to be able to take care of your kids in a different kind of way, like you been taking care of them? If they force you, you know what I'm saying, to do certain shit. What you gonna do if they force your kid to learn every pronoun? What you gonna do if they teach your kid he can be molested in school? What you gonna do about these programs, right? If you vote these sons of bitches in and they implement this shit. I mean, if it's not like it's not in the open. They're making people, right. I was telling people about at the comedy club last night, right. I was asking people about what do they think about the government saying you can pay taxes on drugs. You can register as a drug dealer or as a thief or as a prostitute. You can do all that, and they're trying to say it's legal. Oh, that's a setup. No, they're not trying to set up. They're trying to legalize all this shit. They're trying to legalize drug dealing and all that shit. Underage prostitution and all that shit. Look up under the George Soros Underage Prostitution Act. George Soros want underage prostitution. That's inside his little fucking free society plan. Come on, man. Huh? How do you feel about them saying you are a birthing person? And if you don't say you are a birthing person, guess what? They're gonna cut your finances. You know, the black people don't believe in certain shit. You don't believe in certain shit, putting shit up in your kid's system, guess what? We're gonna cut your financial shit. Huh? You're gonna be enslaved one way or the fucking other. We ain't gonna call you no slave. But it's a joke Chris Rock made a little while ago, said, look, niggas don't know they slaves, right? But niggas are just slaves with benefits now. You still a slave, you just got extra benefits. Let this shit pass. Let the Democrats get in office, right? Like them and say, time is fucking running out. Let them get into office, right? And let them implement these laws and see what freedoms you have. And see how much you complain and you voted for this shit, you can get it back. Look how bad people feel they voted for Joe Biden. They was talking all that shit. Oh, Joe Biden this, Joe Biden, he gonna change the economy, he gonna do this. When they got Joe Biden in, they lost their money, lost their savings, they lost their job, they were forced to take shit, right? They couldn't get shit. And now they like, you know what, it's too late now. You complaining and they lied to you all that fucking time. Now you see what happened and you complaining, but it's too late. What the fuck you think is going to happen if they hire all these IRS agents? What the fuck you think going to happen if they come up with this digital dollar, right? What the fuck you think going to happen if they take paper dollars off the street in Bitcoin and have total control over every aspect of your life financially? What you think going to happen? You already considered a fucking Nazi. You already a fucking Nazi. You already a threat. What do you need these guns for? What do you need these bullets for? What do you need this freedom of speech for? Why kids can't have dicks? Huh? Why little girls need titties? Why this little boy can't have a pussy? It's already been implemented. The world is, and look, and I have never been in politics, and now I understand why people fucking go crazy. Because you have to control the fucking anger. If you know what's about to happen, right? And you're trying to explain to people, right, how great America is, right? And we can't let this shit happen, right? And then you see this shit on TV every fucking day. It builds up some type of, I don't want to say, but you feel some type of way. So I understand why people act and do certain things. I have, and like I say, I have never been. When I was gang banging, I wasn't this fucking angry. You know what I'm saying? It's like the more you find out, right? And I have to control myself. Every time I hear them say like the James Carville, every time people like they're stupid. Every time he say it, I have to control a certain anger. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, put it in a joking way. But if I know it's people out there way more patriot than me, way more conservative than me, because they've been conservative way more longer than me, and they had way more passion than me. Even though I have a lot of passion about being conservative and Republican, but I can't say I have more passion than certain other people, right? They have way more than me, and I know I have a fucking lot. So I know if I feel that way, I only can imagine the anger that's inside of them. I only can fucking imagine if I feel like this. I'm like, what the? And I have to, I'm telling you, I have never felt like this in my life. In my fucking, I have never it felt like this in my fucking life, and I have to calm down. Oh man, just go ahead and make a video. Make a video. Make it funny. Because if I didn't make it funny, I would be so. I don't even want to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so. I can imagine how a person that fought for this country, right? A person that protected this country. You know what I'm saying? A person that protected this country rights. A person that was willing to die. A person that was injured. A person that had to kill. Right? A person that donated way more to me than this country, I can only imagine how angry that person is feeling on how his country is changing right in fucking in his face, and there's nothing he can do about it, and they throw it in your face like it ain't shit. It's look what we doing, we doing the gay shit, we doing the transgender shit, we doing the kid shit, we doing the council culture shit, we doing the that learning shit. We're doing the critical race theory shit. We're doing all this shit in your fucking face. We're changing the military, making it more gay. You know what I'm saying? We're doing all this shit in your fucking face, and you can't do nothing about it. Oh my God! You hear that, Bobby Mayo? That I don't even want to discuss it, but I only can fucking imagine. I only can imagine. You know, so like I said, I have to get out the message best way I can. That's why I want to do more skits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna have one of my comedians who are a financial advisor. He finna come over here. We finna in a few days we're gonna have a discussion, comedy mixed with a little advice, money situation, and he gonna enlighten you a little bit more on what to do in these circumstances, on how to save money and stuff like that. We're gonna do it in a comical way. You know what I'm saying? This dude is very talented. I do a lot of shows with him and stuff like that. But I want to start bringing on different guests that's comical, that also have different backgrounds and doing different things. You know, military and stuff like that. But I have to have a different message because like. People said in the chat, it's fit to get too late. We can't have it. We can't be lackadaisical with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to push hard. You know what I'm saying? These last 80 days and 90 days and shit, we got to put all into it. And whatever happens after that, it happens. But we can't say we didn't try our best, because if we don't try our best, right, and if we don't put the words out, we don't put the message out, right, and we don't get control of the House, and we don't push our candidates in office, right, we're going to regret, right, and we're going to be thinking, what could I have done more, or could I have done something? But if you don't do nothing, you can't complain about what's about to happen, right? You can't complain about what's not, like if you don't donate to not even donate, if you don't do nothing that can influence other people to go out there and vote, or empower and deliver the message on how important it is to go out there and vote. You can show a person a video. You can show a person a news thing. You can show a person a law. You can show a person all kind of shit. You can be a voice too. You can be just like me, not on a level, but you can be more local. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't be. You don't have to be comical. You can be more serious, but you can be and do the same thing I do, and it has to get done. It has it has to get done, because if we lose, and like I said, I have never been this patriotic before. I have never understood how important this shit it was until I done the research, right? And I wish I can grab people and black people and wake them up and shake them like, man, do you know what's about to go on? I have to tell people in a ghetto way, right? So that's why I want hopefully before this November, hopefully within the next month, I'll be able to raise enough money, right? I ain't gonna be able to buy my own equipment. I just want to be able to film some skits, right, and put them on my other channel, right? And that way I can act out these things that these people are trying to do. I can act out late term abortion, right, in a comical way, right? And I can make real topics into comedy, right? And that will wake people up, and I can hit them with like a real message. I can get their attention first. You know what I'm saying? Then I can hit them with a real message, hit them with like a 1 or 2 minute clip about abortion, about taxes, about drugs, just hit their ass with a gang of different real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? And give it to them with Kool-Aid instead of shit, so they can digest it better. right? They can understand what's about to happen and the importance of your ass getting out there and fucking voting, right? And a lot of this shit has to do with local, right? We can't do shit about the presidency right now. Don't even focus on that shit. Worry about the local races and getting these sons of bitches out of office. You know what I'm saying? We can worry about the 24 and 20, all that shit later on, right? Let's get this shit straight first and then worry about 2024. It's too many people focusing on 2024, and right, we got another election right around the corner. Hopefully the Republicans are saving their money, and next month they even hit motherfucker with commercials and facts and debates and all kind of stuff, because we can't be holding on and expecting, you know what I'm saying, because the Democrats are fucking up so much that people are automatically going to vote for us, and it's automatically going to be a red wave. The Democrats are lying like a son of a bitch, but people believe in it. Oh, the reason why it didn't work because we didn't do more. All right, we should have spent more. So guess what? We finna implement this, and it's gonna work the next time. They always talking about it's gonna work the next time. The rescue plan didn't work. It's gonna work the next time. The Build Back plan didn't work. It's going the next time. The kid tax credit didn't work. We're gonna extend it. Having people save on this student debt didn't work, so we're gonna extend it. It's gonna always work next time. It never do, but we're always gonna make it work next time. Right? But let me get off on here. Let me work on this video right here, because this is going to be a good skit right here. This is going to be like a continuation on the other video I just done, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a skit instead of a live. So let me go here. I got a little bit of research to do. I feel give me some weed, and I feel stay up all night, and I will have this video ready for y'all tomorrow. Thanks to the people who donated and that made this possible. I'm up out this bitch. I will see y'all tomorrow on the flip side. And if you're late, you missed a hell of a good video. I'm sorry I was late, but you missed a hell of a good video. I'm out.